Hello, hello. What is up, everybody? Hope you're doing well today. Let's get started. So today's title, I was intrigued. So I was doing some just podging around on Tarkov this morning and just thinking about things. And basically, last night, I mean, yesterday's session. Let's just be clear. Yesterday's session was really bad. One of the worst sessions on EFT that I've had probably in a year. That's probably my my annual absolutely awful stream, and the whole thing was made me feel pretty crappy, and the stream itself was not that enjoyable, and it was just bad. But that's okay. That's okay. You know, these things happen. And I was thinking, you know what? Maybe let's just chill out a little bit, take a step back, try and revisit a bit. For some reason, the flea market does seem to be quite slow today. So I was just podging around on Scav and just wondering, how am I going to get up to the final echelons of the Bitcoin farm? Because so yesterday I did end up, for those of you who are watching, I ended up getting a daily for analgin painkillers. God, that was close. Daily for analgin painkillers, and unfortunately, actually, I don't think I have enough cash for that. Good. Someone's going to buy it and they're going to be upset. Yeah, so we were trying to find these analgin painkillers so that I could get 2 more of these PSUs, and I just literally couldn't find them. Right, it's like going a million med bags, just like search all the scavs, couldn't find them. Yeah, we literally didn't extract as a PMC yesterday, which was absolutely insane, including this, I took a channel points request last night for the very final raid. I was waiting for the BTR basically to give me these final analgin painkillers, because I put some in the BTR so I didn't lose them, and they just didn't come for 2 hours. It was so annoying. So I kind of was waiting up for that, and we went to Ground Zero night just to chill out, and it was very, very, very chilled. And then I just got shot in the back of the head by M80, and that finished me off. I was it was one raid too many that I shouldn't have played that raid really, and I was just okay, no, we're totally done now. But anyway, BTR, while I was finishing up after the stream, the BTR did actually come through, give me the analgin painkillers, which meant then I could get the power supplies. But now I've got too many power supplies, and I still need 1 more relay. Do transits work on Scav? They do, actually. They do. Yeah. No, so we just got completely destroyed. I tried to play Streets mostly, which was just not working at all, and then I played a tiny little bit of Lighthouse, to try and do the very first quest for it was one after, is it Network Provider 2? Whichever one's next in line after the CoffDM radios one. Yeah, it's Network Provider 2, this one. So I tried to do this one, got spawned over by Merrin car in the middle of 2 spawns. I got sandwiched between 2 people rushing spawns right at the beginning and just died straight away basically, which was just awful. And yeah, so it was just bad. It was just bad. I mean, that quest, it's just so annoying. I know how you need to play that map, but I just don't want to do it. Right? It's boring to do it. So yeah, it was bad. Thank you, Razor. By the way, I appreciate it. I was actually yesterday's stream was so bad. I was actually debating whether I'm actually even going to come on today. It was that bad. It was that devastating to my my psyche. It was just really not good. Got just about talkie. So what I was doing, okay, long story short, what I've been doing is this morning I was just wandering about, mostly in factory, and going to see if I can just loot the toolboxes, because all I really need. So I've got another one of these PCVs. They're easy. You can craft them anyway. Can you take that? No, you can. And yeah, I wanted to see whether I could get this relay. Is that a scav? Yeah. And I was actually, you know what? Rather than having to just wait for the scav timer each time, I could just transit to a new map and do it like that. Which was the idea that I had. And it means that you can then kind of scav lots of different maps without having to wait for the timer. Which was actually really cool. Street spawns are awful. I wish they'd fix them. Yeah, I sport so yesterday. I mean, it was just classic. It was just because it was back to back. So I had the one where you spawn down in by cinema, and I waited there for 15 minutes. I was we're not going to run out, because this is just stupid, right? There's no point in me just running out and dying. So I waited there for 15 minutes, wandered through, looted 1 or 2 things around the cinema, and then up to one of the other bits, and then went to relaxation room, and someone was camping it, and he got shot me in the head when I went there 20 minutes in. And I was just man, this is just so brutal. This is so brutal. So that was Streets. And then, yeah, the Lighthouse ones are even worse. So, let's see. So, that Scav? looks like a scav. Can't take those ones. There's another toolbox down in the bottom of the office corridor. You don't see, and also the thing is, so the scav queue is really short when you're transiting for some reason. I don't really know why. It just seems to be. And, assuming I don't just get killed here. The only thing is, if you don't have any money, you can't take any items out of scav when you do the transit, which is a bit annoying. So I was like wondering if there was a strategy. I haven't quite finalised this yet, but you need to go to like... Oh, there's a relay. Oh, okay, well, we've actually found it already. Okay, well, I am just going to leave with that because that is basically the final thing that I need to finish Bitcoin. But we'll still do it. We'll do it another time anyway. I was also toying around with playing it on PMC as well, anyway, just so see if we could do like the guide or something using transits. That'd be kind of fun. I was just waiting the time out for trying to find a hideout quest item. Yeah, me too. But yeah, I was just like, oh, you can actually farm things much more effectively. So this morning I did factory first and then went to woods afterwards when I didn't find the thing I was looking for. Yeah, just wait till you get scav spawn with like 80k rubles. Yeah, true. Because I guess you can see it, can't you? You can see what your scav spawns with these days, because you can like load in and look at the thing and then cancel it. I think that's the play. That's how you do it. Is 218 any good? I always forget. Oh, it's kind of expensive. Relay like weather station and cattle farm and shoreline. Yeah, there are some loose ones. I was trying to find this. I've usually found them on woods in the old sawmill as well. Flavor in the special slot, such quality of life upgrade was desperately needed. Okay, well, this is really funny. Like, both the times I've been like, oh, we're going to be doing CFTM radios, and literally I went in and got it immediately on the cult circle, which is just like, huh? And then I'm like, oh, let's do some scav transits to find this relay, and then literally found it just in factory without having to move at all. That's so crazy, so crazy. Okay, so we need, yeah, I need one more. I need one more PCB. So we could find a PCB just in a computer. I'm sure of it. So the other stuff that I wanted to do, I kind of didn't want to carry on. I mean, we could try. We could. I was trying to think, was there any other better way to do this quest, right? This one here, network provider. So this one, you have to go to Lighthouse. This is the one that made me tilt quite badly yesterday because Lighthouse just sucks. So you have to go to Lighthouse. You have to plant one here in Chalet. Wait. Yeah, they're right on top of each other. So there's like one here, about the New Set Cottage, that one. There's one there in this pier sunken bit. There's one up here on the high elevation, and the most obnoxious one is this one, the Mi-8 helicopter, which is not, I mean, it's not necessarily too bad. Kind of want to do this one at night time. The rest of them you can kind of do, you can do other times, so it's not as bad. But I was wondering, like, yeah, is there any way? Because the problem is you can't actually spawn, like, because this isn't a transit. This Southern Road extract isn't actually a transit. So the only transits on the map, because so I was talking to Airwing about this, and he basically said that when you transit, say you transit from Shoreline through to Lighthouse, I thought they turned off the transit thing entirely, but he said they've just turned it off like sometimes, so it's not always guaranteed if they can't fit you in. Because remember they had this bug where people were spawning together, and I thought they turned it off, because the only time that I'd used it since then, I was playing, this is when I tried to do Korovod with the group, and we did Path to Lighthouse so that we could spawn here and go down and get the Korovod event, which was down there, but instead we spawned literally here, and had the worst time ever, and just got camped from this hill, obviously. Okay, and then this will lead on to assessments. That'll be that, and then it's marking, and then it's this one. Yeah, because I kind of want to get onto assessment, because then at least we can do kills again. Just doing this part it's a bit dull, and you're trying to avoid PMC fights, but it's hard. It's just hard to move around the map. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying was that there's the transits. There's not actually that many transits on this map. They're in like annoying places as well. Let me get rid of the spawns. So there's only a couple. There's woods over here, reserve up there, shoreline over here, and that's it. There aren't any transits down the bottom, and it's almost a shame that you can't use tunnel to get down here, because I actually kind of want to, for the first time in ever, you kind of want to do this one for this quest, right? Because the things are down here and here. Do the two by the shore together and the other two by themselves at night. I mean, I'm probably just going to do them one at a time. Maybe I just do them all at night. Issue, I guess this, I don't know. I think we'll just go like super low gear or something like that. Just take something really ghetto. I'm a noob at Tarkov. Used to play PvP, but came out 2 years later for another try. I went PvE route for various reasons. Your videos helped me a ton. Hey, no problem, Razor. It's good to hear, man. It's good to hear. It's good to know that people can enjoy Tarkov on PvE, for sure. Why are there so few keys? We were just going to do one about the Scav transit, and a couple of people are coming in and asking. But basically, I realised that if you're farming for certain items... Oh yeah, we got the RBVO. If you're farming for certain items, you can just like move from one map to another, to another, to another, to another. And it's actually really quite good, because then you don't suffer the Scav cooldown. And I'm sort of doing this in real time. I'm sort of planning this in real time. So like, if you can go somewhere that you can get cash. So I don't know where it's good for cash. I know interchange is all right for cash. You can get cash in safes. You obviously won't have any keys, so you need to find somewhere that's got cash that doesn't have keys. Because there's cash registers in... There's probably cash registers... You can probably find cash registers in Ground Zero as well, actually. But interchange is probably the classic one for things like cash registers. And so then you could just then scav back and forth, and you've basically got no scav timer until you die, obviously. And then hopefully then you could transfer it through. So those are the limits you've got, is that you don't have any cash to start with. So you kind of want a little bit so you can move some items, but you can kind of just go back and forth. I used to take one at a time in Kappa, naked with the tiles at night and run there. I mean, that's honestly probably what I'm going to do. It's just so annoying. Yeah, this is called Tarkov Companion, by the way. I just like it for planning stuff. It's really good to show on screen for stream as well. Pv's awesome. If it wasn't, I wouldn't play Tarkov until 1.0. Yeah, that's fair. Ulay and the SVT. It's not a bad idea. Southern mode is always open. Yeah, but you can't transit to it, if you know what I mean. Yo, Defy, I'm quite new and really enjoying the shotguns. What are your thoughts on RIP? I don't like RIP. Should we do a maths lesson? I don't like RIP because I'm in a just chatting kind of mood, by the way. So if you're coming here to see loads of gameplay, I'm not really in the mood because I got absolutely shat on yesterday. Kind of in the mood just to chat. So let's see, what's the easiest way to show this? If I just cut this and paste it into Paint, just do that first. I'm too traumatized to play the game right now. But I wanted to come on and talk to everybody. So RIP rounds. Where's Ballistics? Here we are. So RIP does 265. Right, so 265 damage. And the problem with RIP is that it only has 2 pen. So you don't like, what's the purpose of RIP? Well, it's not for hitting people in the face, because that's actually kind of hard, and you may as well just use an actual gun if your intention is to shoot them in the head. Yes, it will one-shot people with no armor, but that's not PMCs, so that's not really very good either. So you really want to use it for leg matter, right? Now, the problem with doing it for leg matter is the 265 damage. When you shoot someone in the leg, it's kind of worst case to shoot someone in one leg, but we'll just show that case to start with. So you'll do 65 damage. That'll leave 200. Then the remaining 200 will be multiplied by 0.7, which is 140. So, and then back plus the original 65 that we dealt to the leg. So this is the spillover amount, and this is the original damage. So that's 205, right? So that's shot 1. Shot 2 depends on whether you hit the same leg again. I mean, we could be gracious and say, well, you hit the other leg, because you actually do less damage if you hit the same leg, because you don't have this health pool now. If you hit the same leg again, you do 265 times 0.7, so you actually only hit for 185 next time. If you hit this leg again, if you hit the other leg, then obviously you do 205 instead, so there's a gap of like 20. But let's just assume we hit the right leg second time. That's still only 205 again, so the combination of this ends up being 410. So they actually don't die on the second shot, so you need to hit them 3 times with Rip. Now, Rip's like kind of expensive and also not necessarily that accurate. If you shoot them with Superformance, which is a lot quicker, I think, what's the speed of Rip? Rip travels at 410, Superformance travels at like 600, so it's actually a bit easier to hit someone with Superformance. Zeroing problems aside, that way you have 220 instead. 220 minus 65, that gets you 155. And then that gets times by 0.7. That gets you to 108.5. Plus the original 65 again. That gets you to 173.5. Times that by 2. That gets you to 347. And you can probably see here that 220 times 0.7 is 154 for shot 3. You combine these two things together, and that gets you 501. So, Superformance actually has the same TTK as Rip, but you get way better accuracy if you're shooting over distance. You get way less recoil. You get about the same. You get more bleed chance actually, and about the same light bleed chance. But the round is quicker. Yeah, the zeroing's a bit weird for Superformance, but you know. But I just don't really see what Rip is for in shotguns, personally. Now, there's no reason for it. It's 3 shots to the leg, no matter what. There's probably some, you know, you could think of some like specific scenario where like, oh, I hit them here and then there and then here. I mean, I don't even know if that's actually true. No matter what you do, it's basically 3 shots, whatever you do. Streets has the bank. Hey, Leyland. We'll save this for a minute. Did I yap long enough for the scav cooldown to come back? No, 5 minutes. Okay, what we'll do, we'll just do like a, I don't know, like a VPO or something. Just a quick, we'll just do like a night. A nighttime VPO. How does I wonder how the Tri-Hawk deals with nighttime. I don't know. We'll just run something just easy. What's this guy? Torcom Guardians, yeah, that's fine. Just run that. Oh yeah, armor repair kits technically should work now. Should we see what happens? Okay, they do work again. That's good. I mean, I still think they're too expensive, but but whatever. We'll just take the cheapo MVGs. Yeah. That one, I'll do. I've got a little bit of APM, a little bit here. Just take that with us. Maybe I should take something else. Is there anything else I really need to bring? Not hugely. Maybe go for MP9 or something? Or like UMP maybe? Just in case. Just do it for fun. I should probably use UMP more. UMP is probably quite an entertaining weapon. Put something cheap on it. That's not what I wanted. Do some cheaper build, whatever. Right, we'll do this first, and then once we're done with this, then we can try and do another little like scav one, and I'll show you the power of the scav transit. At least I hope so. Okay, so we'll try and get one of these repeaters down. That's what we're going to do. Let's do this. Did you prestige? No, I don't intend to. Can you put it in a special slot? Sadly not. Yeah, so if you're looking for a particular item, you can farm raids much more effectively with Scav Transit, because you can. So if there's, and I'm still, as I said, I'm still brainstorming this. So the requirements that you have really is like the ability to get some cash. So I did like factory and woods, and that actually wasn't that great because there was no way to get cash. But if you're farming for a specific item, you can just transit back and forth between two different maps. Your Scav timer never runs out because you're just in Scav the whole time. As long as you can find food as well. So you kind of want to loop it into a, I don't know, I'm sure there's like some map loops that are better than others. So let's oops, gosh, we're done. Was this the new map to map or the old one? Because there's now this way. I think customs to shoreline. I don't think it goes backwards, unfortunately. Is there a new map to map travel one? First time I caught you live. Just want to thank you for all the amazing and helpful guides. Hey, no problem. Thoughts on FTX? What's your thoughts on every 12 gauge? Okay, where are we? So 525, 6.5 inches express, 7mm. These are all pretty much identical. 525 technically keeps 35 damage for slightly longer than the others at like point blank. It's a very, very minimal effect though, so it doesn't really matter. Magnum buckshot, the best of the lot. If you can manage the recoil, it'll headshot out to 50 meters. So, but you have to obviously get lucky on the pellet spread. So I'm typically not a big Magnum enjoyer because I like base recoil shotgun recoil control personally, which is the reason why, again, because I've used a lot of flechette in the past. So these feel the same. 7mm, Express and 525 feel the same as flechette and piranha to me. Flechette piranha in a special class of their own. They are good for center of mass spamming, so I prefer them in the 153. They're my preferred round for the 153. Piranha first, and then flechette later once you get access to it. I don't really like slugs particularly. By the time you have AP20 slugs, then they kind of suck. If you can find some early, then they're decent. But they will only go through a class 4 armor like 50% of the time. But when they do, they will kill people, so yeah, it's not too bad. But again, arms get in the way and all the other stuff, so that kind of makes them not as good in practice as they look on paper. For the others, because the pen is low, they basically are like leg metering shots. They have a wide range of speeds and ballistic properties, which makes them kind of weird. This one just doesn't really work, the dual sabot thing, because of the 2x85 thing. It's just like kind of screwed. Can't remember exactly how, but it just doesn't really work very well. So the ones that I like, if you look at the accuracy, because that's the only way you're going to like long range somebody with these. A lot of people like Super Performance. It has lower recoil and accuracy. I'm actually not as huge a fan of it because it's so fast. The zeroing on it is kind of messed up. So I prefer copper. That's the next most accurate, but because it's like considerably slower, the zeroing on copper over 50 to 100 meters matches the zeroing on 50 meter buckshot well enough that you don't have to worry about it too much. It's close, as opposed to Super Performance, which is like way higher. The other one that's decent is FTX. So it's really dependent on whether you want to use copper or FTX. These two are they're the best well behaved when it comes to zeroing. And then this one has the third best accuracy as well. So it's like goes 170 for Super Performance, but you have to basically aim at their belly button if you want to hit them in the face, or aim at their feet if you want to hit them in the legs. Copper is like in the middle, which is all right, but it's got lower pen. Then FTX has got 20 pen, so it's actually better at like dealing with scavs and stuff. But that's also not too bad. It's slightly it's slightly more skewed to the long range because it's a bit quicker than copper. But copper's my favorite personally for just like making sure the shots actually hit. And then the other ones, I'm just kind of like whatever about, because like you lose a lot of accuracy once you start going down into like the 90s. I'm not a big proponent of BMG. Like the extra, like 26 pen is like, it's a crap round really, right, when you think about it. So I'd rather have the extra damage and not have 25% extra recoil, that kind of thing. But I just don't really like slugs at all. It's like, if you get caught like close range, actually hitting somebody in the leg with them is kind of annoying. I'd rather hit someone in the leg with like 7mm or like 525. Personally, Flickershett is good against class 5 armor insofar as you just like hit them a million times and eventually they die. Because Flechette, the thing about Flechette that people don't realize is that it's eight pellets. So the way that armor damage typically works is it's more complicated than this, but it's like pen times armor damage kind of thing. But this does like, even though the armor damage is low, so for example something like 762 PP, the armor damage is 57%. So you look at Flechette and you go, well, it's 26%, that's really low. It's like half. But it's like, because of the way that Flechettes, each projectile works, it's just like in series, basically, you get like 31 times 26 times 8. So that's what makes Flechette so powerful. Even though this is lower for each individual like Flechette projectile, it then multiplies by 8 at the end if you hit them with 8, obviously. You're not always going to hit them with 8, though. That's the issue. Okay. I'm actually at the chalets one, so we'll just go and like plant the chalets one down. Piranha is a bit better for that. The thing about Piranha, and this is where the relationship gets a bit complicated. So Piranha has 10 pellets at 24 pen with 22 armor damage. Flechette has 8 pellets at 31 pen with 26 armor damage. And armor damage is it's more related to penetration power than it is for the armor damage percentage. How light actually is it? It's pretty dark. I can't even remember where you placed this down. Is it here somewhere? Frequency mode! Oh, that was Skier's military documents. Very good. I'd really rather not die before this one gets planted, if at all possible. I should probably feather this bad boy. If PSG was fixed zeroing, slugs would be so much more viable. Correct. Will you turn that bit into a YouTube short? What, the shotguns bit? I don't know. Probably not. Isn't that interesting? When you transition, do you spawn at the same place, meaning where it correlates? You should do. You broadly should do, but they basically kind of turned that off. Any advice on killing raiders? Use corners and walls to your advantage. Never peek them twice. Tarkov Gunsmith struggled with the Flechette round. Says it would take 15 shots to a corund. It's because I think isn't that because it's doing every shot consecutively. Not that we need NATO M62, but whatever. Should probably just check the spots, but... Huh. Alright. You know what I didn't bring? You know what I didn't bring? I didn't bring paracord. So I can't just leave. Because I do need one more for the Lightkeeper one. I'm probably better off going to Southern Road now. I would think. I just hear somebody? That's a scav. I'm gonna try and leave the scav here. We're better off just like going this way. Whoa. Great. Thing is, like, people spawn over at Southern Road, so like we're still I have to go through less people this way, but it's still not ideal. Oh god, let me up. Yeah, it would have been better if I'd brought the paracord with me, but I couldn't fit it in, because the thing is, if you've got the transponder doodad with you, I wasn't expecting to find CFGM, like, literally straight away. It's honestly the curse of Tarkov's items. Really is crazy. But yeah, the feather filter is a lot better for night. I should always use it. I sometimes forget and I can't be bothered, but it literally, because I've got it set up as the default anyway, I really should just use the feather filter. It's so much better. Even with the NVGs on, it's actually better. Like, it's great. Without NVGs, it's amazing. The comparative difference. But even with NVGs, I think it's a clearer picture. Personally. See, that's what it's like without any NVGs on. It's actually pretty good. Again, you could end up like running into somebody who just got this spawn and just stayed here. Oh my god. Like, it's so obnoxious. Wait, am I gonna get run through? Gotta wait a few more seconds. Yesterday I got the primal roar that you had the other day after killing the guy on the streets. It scared me. I think they added this in when they added the reshade thing. I hope he just extracts. Do we think he will? Depends what he's trying to do. He looks kind of geared. Thinking someone else might come from behind if they're looking for kills. That's what I'm slightly concerned about. You allowed? I know. I clearly ran away too, so I don't know. Like he's probably still here, I would have thought, but... Well, the best way to fight him is, if he actually is still here... I wonder whether it's coming this way. Well, there you go. I think he did actually go. Yeah. Probably heard me run off. Was just like, he was right there. So it's just like, he just gone. He just gone. Man, I didn't want to lose that COTM there to some guy resetting. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. That was the win we needed, you know? That was the win we needed. Yeah, maybe he was just, maybe he had a COFTM radio as well. How many ads do you have? I think I'm coming up to 9k now. As I said before to everybody who asked me this question, oh, there we go, 9k. But like a lot of this I've spent in the menu. Okay, well, that makes me feel a lot better. I was thinking that we might not be able to get to this one. But to be fair, I still need another MCB though, but you can craft these. So I think we're good actually. Right. Alright, so we need to get... Maybe let's go... Lots of people, they're always going on about Ground Zero. I guess we could go Ground Zero first. I feel like I run into people a lot more often on Ground Zero is the only problem. Can you get cash on Ground Zero? Hey Spin, what's going on? AK those roasting people's builds. PMC body cash spawns are low. Are there any? There's a bank in Ground Zero as well, though, no? But not much. I don't think you need much though if you're just like transferring an item or two. I mean, we could try streets first. First is like easier. 2 to 3 safes. There are some safes as well. Let's just try it. Let's go in like the evening one for Ground Zero. Let's just see. Yeah, we were looking at some homeless gameplay because, well, I was supposed to be finding a relay. So what I was doing with that, what I did this morning was I went to factory and then I was like, actually, I could just transit from factory to woods rather than like waiting for the timer. I can just go scav on factory and then use the transit to woods. I go straight to woods and then search there as well. When you spawn in on woods, you spawn in with like 20 minutes to go, like you usually would. But the actual timer is like, or the raid search is really quick. It's amazingly fast actually when you're playing a scav like this. Like we're you know, it's super quick. It's uber quick. And when you transit, it's like really fast. Claymore safe. Hee. Yeah, safe next to streets transfer. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. You get priority matching when transiting. Exactly. So you get to play a lot of the game. You don't do much waiting around, which is really nice. Genuinely really nice. Say streets best if you can find tar bank. Right. Oh, I've still got feather on. Okay. Right. So this one is over here. Okay. Wait. Where? Oh yeah, I know where I am. Possible safe on your left. Wait, which one? Where? Safe in the burning car. I don't know down this end, actually. Or over here. Really? We'll just check a few of the bodies first. Just see what's going on. What do we actually have on us? An Algins and a Zagustin. No heals, though. There's actual bodies, too? I know. Which makes it a little... A little squeaky bum time. Just a little bit. Don't think there's... Is there anything down that one? I don't remember. Scavs can transit? Yes. Yes, they can. And it's quite fun because you end up kind of playing a sort of like zero to hero-y type of gameplay mode as well. I mean, we might just go out and die to somebody. If we do, then that's going to be annoying then. Okay. I mean, they've been stripped. Even more advanced roguelike, exactly. Someone who killed these boys was thirsty for loot. That's another scav there. Do they have the ability to take everything? Yeah, not to labs. I really do think that they should allow scavs to go to labs. I genuinely believe that in my heart. God, there's like literally nothing on any of these people. Where's this safe then? I don't understand. Maybe it's on my map. Where's my map gone? I think there's a valuables one somewhere. I know it doesn't say it. It's not that great for valuables and whatever. The one I was at before. Wasn't we doing a scav marathon when transit was added? I guess. Jump onto the hood. Oh, that is cunning. Oh, I didn't even know that was the thing. Huh. Okay, we have 500 rubles. That helps. This one's loot body, no? Wait. Why don't let me loot that? Won't let me loot it lying down. Don't really know why. Yeah, it's looted already. Yeah, I didn't know that was on there. The ground zero loot log. There's another scav here. God damn, what happened? Another one left along the wall. Yeah, the backpack's good. Like which left? I'm slow now. Along this bit or the other bit? Yeah, the loot places you let standard accounts always broke. True. Must be along there or something, I guess. You went past it? Wait, was I not literally not paying attention? Oh, here. It's on the floor. Oh, I see. Ah. Oh no. What's happened? Oh wait, it's a. Oh no, it's like one of the Lighthouse ones that physically opens as an actual thing. Unfortunately, the dollars doesn't help you. And very bad Scav find a way to get Scavs to kill themselves on the burning car. I'm not sure. I don't keep up with all the very bad Scav tricks. I sometimes watch his stuff because he's an interesting guy. But okay, are there any PCs in this building? I don't remember. There might be. What about changing gunsmith tasks to where you have to get 2 kills with the gun? I think they'd have to make them less stupid if that was going to be the case. Okay, we've got lots of food. We just need some water now. I think those are the 2 hallmarks of the scav run that you need, because you can't bring anything with you, right? So the things that you actually need to do are find food and water. So that actually makes Ground Zero a really good map to start on, because you can find, and streets as well, because you can find food and water really easily. Okay, right. So here's where all the computers are. The problem with this is that we're actually probably going to find circuit boards quite easily. I would think. Which probably means we don't even need to transit, I would imagine. CPU, no. Maybe Tarkov's looting will prove me wrong on that point. No, RAM this time. Okay, alright. Power cord. There's one more here. The danger loot. Hey, there we go. So, found a PCB. So now we don't even need to transit. Or we could go and try to take the... I mean, Nakatani's right here. Oh, man. What we'll do... I mean, they're easy to find. They're easy enough to find. So what we'll do is we'll try to do the transit. I'm not that bot. I'm not desperate. It's not like a CFDM radio. Oh my god, there's even more... Like, what the hell? This is like actual PMCs now. Wait, why am I on a... Oh wait, they must have come in with someone else. That's presumably what happened. They must have come in with somebody else. Scavs spawn in either queue. I didn't think that was the case. I thought they could only spawn in onto the like high level ground zero. That was my understanding. It's random. Oh. Hope he doesn't blast me. Blueberry scav. Yes. Herring. There's so much food on this map. It's actually an amazing place to start that kind of run. Because you can get tons of food and water and whatever. Might even do that in a bit. I was like tempted to do... I was tempted to try to do the guide. I didn't want to... I didn't want to make the stream just that, just in case it ends up sucking. But it's, definitely related. I tried the guide with Ida the other day. Well, you could do it with transits though, right? Doesn't that make it 10 times easier? Russian 3-man AFK in their spawn. Ah. Joy. Got spawn fighted. Well. Kill 2, third one was waiting 20 minutes. Classic. Natural. The natural state of play. When you transit something, do you get it straight away? Or does it come later via the BTR? Or Ragman or something? BTR driver delay? think it's like an hour. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Just see if we can find anything else here. Got a little bit of water, but not really enough. Walk on, debow. Mega Uzi. Strike sigs. Anything up here? Ever? I think that sometimes there's a bit of water. Look in here. Since when can the long barrel mutant have the BMD? Literally the other day. Okay, someone's looted all of this stuff. Someone's been in all the places. Whoever was here before me has done a very, very thorough job. Might swap to the pistol. Check behind the bar. Maybe I will. I actually didn't check before. Ah, there's the water. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, that tides us over. That actually gives us some leeway. Oops. Go this way. Okay, okay. Now, is this the one? Whoa. Hell was that? There was... Where was I thinking? I was thinking of something the other day where... Oh, I think it's over the road, actually. Unfortunately, I think it's the next one. Yeah, well, you can like go through the building, so you don't have to go this way. Necessarily. Like, all this stuff has been looted to absolute, like, crap. It's crazy. Time is it on this map? Pretty late. I'm guessing that save's probably done down there. That was the one that I was thinking of going to, but we need to try and farm some more money if we're going to. Let's try it. Aha! Bit more rubles. Good. Good. 4 grand. Alright. Dece. That's pretty good. Cricken. Look in the toolbox. What are you doing? I am... Well, technically I was looking for this. But I'm trying to prove a point about scavs and scabbing. But the game doesn't want me to prove a point about scavs and scabbing. The game wants me to just have an easy time for the first time in my entire Tarkov life. Like, I thought that it was going to be really difficult to find these items, and literally the last 3 items that I've tried to find, I found them immediately. Which I'm not complaining about. For example, see case study A over here. Why do I always get a million PSUs if you don't need them? I mean, it's the classic, though. The point is... Okay, let's start from the beginning, then. The point is that if you play as Scav, and you'd use the transits deliberately, rather than just playing one-and-done Scav runs, and you have some way of farming money, and some way of getting cash, then you can basically utilize the... you can utilize the transit mechanic to play as Scav and move stuff such as PCB over. Anything else I'm going to move? What else do I want to move over? Without having to... It's actually quite expensive for a Scav. Okay, interesting. But yeah, you could basically do this without having to play as PMC. So you don't need to like run your timer down. You can just keep playing as Scav. Well, PSU is probably going to be loads. PSU is like a ton. I can't even move the PCB with the PSU. So we'll just deliver this for the time being. Oh, I failed to purchase. Why? That's sad. You're not allowed to do it? This Scav or something? Maybe it's just bugged. We can't see the price. It's 2,000. Oh, sorry, because of my camera. It's the PCB is 1,000. The sugar is 1,229. Well, because it's just going to extract you. You can transit if you do. I've transited without doing this though. That's annoying because now I have to transit no matter what, which sucks. But oh well. We tried. So it still technically works. I hadn't actually tried to do the transit until now, but it's still not with the cash payment because I hadn't had any cash up until this point. So, but it technically still works if you don't have that. It's just obviously if you don't, if you find your item, then you want to extract. Transit transfer didn't work for me the last night. BTR delivery stash didn't work either as PMC. Usually as PMC you can get it to work by moving the money into your pocket and stuff so it's not in your sick case. That's why I was moving the money around. But it just doesn't seem to work at all on this. Do you still need Coffee and radios? Actually, no. So last night, I was like, we're going to do Coffee and radios, blah, blah, blah. And then I went into the cult circle and immediately got 2 out of there, which finished off Network Provider Part 1. And then just now, as PMC, we found a CFTM radio in Chalet doing a quest that we weren't even supposed to be doing. I was trying to plant down the radio repeaters for mechanic for Lightkeeper Network Provider 2. Actually, I did a skier quest. I need to remember to hand that in. That's cheating? Yep. I literally the CoffeeTM radio that we found just now, 6010. That was the first one I found this wipe. All the rest came from the cult circle, which is crazy. I've tried reserve. It just doesn't really work. Cult circle is OP. I wouldn't necessarily it's overpowered because everybody, well, depends what you mean by overpowered because like the quests are annoying and I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I don't know if it's like worse having it here. Got my coffee for Lend-Lease 2 from an arena supply crate, man. Yeah, Scav Junk Box is absolute garbage compared to it. Basically, yeah. Right. We're on streets. So I'm probably just going to extract then, because there's not much point being on this map now, at this point. Like, I got forced through the extract due to the failure of the cash payment, which is a bit sad. But anyway, it means we're full too, which is not really what I wanted. But never mind. Why yeah, so transits are great as a scav. The reason is because you get to play your scav like multiple times, basically, on different maps without resetting your cooldown. So if you're looking for a particular item, it's the BTR. Where can the BTR take me that's close to my stuff? It's usually cheaper for the... I wonder if this works for the BTR. You can't move items to stash as... It's still too expensive for me. God damn it. Damn. That sucks, man. What is closest to me here? Sewer manhole, that's Concordia. It might be Concordia. I don't know if that's a good idea though. Ketchup's quite far away, Carlton's quite far away, Klimov, shopping mall. I mean, we could go Klimov. It's a bit, I don't know, I'm torn here really. I'm torn. Sewer manhole, closest but definitely most dangerous. Yeah, I know. Oh, which one can you go through? Is it this one? I always forget. You loot this. Go back to ground zero. It's probably easier, actually. How'd you get back to ground zero? Where's the transit for that? I can't remember. That one here by MVD. Thing is, by the time I'm at MVD, by the time you're at MVD, like you may as well just have left. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go Klimov. I think shopping mall. Scav? Yes. And that's a scav, which is good, because it means that I can run this way. And feel like at least we get some early warning signals. Very nice. Go for the world record number of transits, just going back and forth all day. I just wish that you could extract out your stuff as scav. That actually makes it not nowhere near as good as I was hoping it would be, actually, which is a bit of a shame. That's actually a bit of a shame, because I was like, that should work if you pick. It's the same reason why I think you should be able to leave out of. Just gotta make sure there's no like Kolontai people in here. Wait, is that? There's an AI like right there. Or someone. I'm actually slightly nervous about that. I might go to a different extract. Like, scavs don't normally stand in the window. So it's kind of weird. Kind of cool if the stores you sell certain things to receive cash, like the VTR car, if you forget to bring something in. Huh. That certainly would be kind of interesting. This happened ages ago, I think. It looks like it. Hoping. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've realised that I do much prefer the hardcore kind of lifestyle. I was like tempted to run up my hardcore PMC again. It's an EOD account though, so it's not like it's not quite the same. Like I can artificially shut it off, but Willis did like 40 the other day, or 40 transits. How much XP was he getting per raid? Because like you only need to kill a few things. You get this like incremental increase in XP if you do that. Goshen cash registers for a number of the registers on the streets. You just need the key to open them. Again, that's the thing, though, isn't it? You need the key for a lot of this stuff. Whereas scavs, it's not really very useful. It's like if you have the labs card on scav, you should be able to get to labs. If you farm up enough cash on scav, you should be able to send the stuff back to the stash, in my opinion. Come on, don't kill me in the exit. There we go. Who's killing PMCs every raid? At the end is over 100k XP. That's crazy. Just delete all your starting stuff. Yeah, I still have like gamma and stuff though. Maybe I just stick to the regular rules. I don't know. To be honest, it's hard enough even with that, even with the NeoD stash actually. Think about deleting the gamma. Actually, I guess if you stick to the special rules like the Pestily rules and the Deadly Sob rules, then it's okay because that's things of like, you know, you have to keep keys in there or whatever. Even 0 to heroes are quite fun. I quite like. I just like building up from nothing. It's why wipes are fun in the first place. What's happening? Are you playing with rules? No, I was just talking about like potentially doing that in the future because I don't know, toying around with like the Scav transit thing. It makes you like. I did enjoy the marathon thing, in a sense. Except I didn't like how it makes you play for the actual quest. I like the marathon thing if you're, you know, getting to the end isn't like necessarily your goal per se. Because that's actually like the one thing that made the marathon bit not fun, is that your goal was actually to not ever die at all and get to the end. And there was no other goal other than getting to the end. So there's nothing to actually do other than like find food and water and etc, etc. If you transit from Shoreline to Lighthouse, do you spawn where the Shoreline transit is on Lighthouse? You definitely did 100% of the time before, but that was causing people to spawn in together. So they've rolled it back, but apparently it's still there for the most part. It doesn't always happen. It's not guaranteed now like it was before, but apparently it still does happen most of the time, especially if you're like on your own. I'd 100% watch YouTube series about hardcore 0 to hero. I mean, I've done hardcore before on YouTube. It's hard to turn them in. It's hard to turn them into actual like videos, proper videos. Here's a super hardcore mode for you to try. Start every raid at ground 0, and you can only go to another map using the transfers. So there's a kind of an interesting and like fun simplicity about those kind of game modes. They're like it's like the snowball one, right? Where you just start with whatever. You 0 to hero, and you can only transit to the other maps using the extracts. So everyone, it's like you're playing Tarkov like a roguelite. So you literally just play it out of your bag, out of your backpack, like every raid. So each session is its like, you know, its own thing. I guess you'd be able to, maybe you'd like be allowed to save progress after a bit or whatever. You know, if you were like finishing up or whatever, obviously you'd save whatever you had. I don't know. It was super fun to watch Lupo do the snowball challenge back in the day. Dude, I watched loads of Landmark doing snowball back in the day. Right, here we go. So this is what I wanted to do. This was Bitcoin Farm 2. Boom. Okay. So that's going to take 50 hours. You could use the transits to save progress along the way by sending stuff back to the stash. Ah, interesting. So, but then you only ever get to... Okay, so you only get to access that stuff if you die, correct? Because if you never go back to the stash, if you're always transiting, then you're just always like dying to get back to that stuff. So that's like the roguelite element. You're like sending stuff back, because then there's a weird meta game there. That then you're thinking like, oh, what should I save for like the next run? It's not going to help me now, but it's something that I might want to save for the next run. So it might be like, you know, a spare gun or something. So then you can start the next run. You know, that's actually a really cool idea. It does make it super hard. Yeah, you only get the stuff if you die, and then you can give up your starting character again and start again at ground 0. It's kind of fun. You don't need to find the GPUs. Like these can just be bought, and they're not very much. There's about 2 of them now, so we're gonna need another 6 or whatever. But let's let it breathe. Raid's feeling better than yesterday. Well, I'm kind of taking it easy a little bit. So, yes, for the time being. Look how many GPUs I found so far. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all fighting raid. These are from farming for PSUs. What is Bitcoin 3? Not that I think I'm actually going to get it, but Tarkov hideout. Let's have a look. What do you actually need for it? 25 CPUs silicon. Oh, you don't actually need PSUs anymore. Tank battery. Well, fortunately, I just got one. So I do actually have one of those. It's 25 CPU fans. That's not too hard. Silicon tubes. Electric motor. You can make these though, right? Pressure gauge. I don't know. I have 10 of them. You need solar power though, so you need the labs items. Silicon tube. Yeah, silicon tube. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I was pretty tilted yesterday, not gonna lie with you people. I mean, I probably shouldn't have played the final raid that I did. Okay, so that's a bit annoying with Scav. That is a bit annoying as Scav. I am tempted to do the guide though. So you're allowed to do a transit. Does anybody know for the very last guide one, do you have to can you transit to finish it or not? Is the air purifier still bugged? I don't know. I don't think so, but I mean the last video that I saw was Airwing saying that it was fine. You tilted, I can't believe it. What tilted you? A combination of this quest and then just streets in general just getting me absolutely like. Do you know what I should do? I should finally get this done. Oh, I've got these documents. Hold on. Where is it? This one. Oh, I need to find the crashed helicopter. Ha. Funny. See, I need to survive an extract from the location, which is apparently impossible. Played Streets loads yesterday and just literally didn't survive once. It was ruthless. It was absolutely ruthless. Four. I don't have 6. That's a lot. 6 is a lot. Did they change the dailies thing, by the way? Or did I accept these before? No, it must have. Maybe these came in. Did these kick in before I got to level 46? Don't know. Good for that one. Ah, see, that's the XP I would expect for these kind of quests. Because these are just like, this is tiny. This is tiny amount. There we go, yeah. So the 46 is still the craziness. Pick a farm 2 is so nice. Yeah, it's like 50% faster again, I think. Transit's made the guide so much easier. Yeah. So I wanted to also try and do, if I'm going to do that, I kind of wanted to do this at the same time. Like marathon, actually do marathon. So the weird quirk about marathon is that there's no shoreline on there. So what order do you actually want to do this in? As this isn't the complete list now, but it's kind of a shame you can't go from the lab to ground zero, that you have to go to streets. Because you have to go lab, streets, ground zero, back to streets. There's not really anything you can do about that. Because you have to use the transit from the lab. So this is a requirement. Yeah, there's no need to exit from shoreline. No, exactly. So if you go lab, streets, ground zero, streets, interchange, customs, factory, woods, reserve, lighthouse, and then once you transit to shoreline, it should complete the achievement. For the guide, though, you then also have to use the transit from shoreline or the extract from shoreline as well. You can't go lab to factory. It only goes factory to lab. Annoyingly. And because this is a spur out on its own, you have to double up somewhere. The only other alternative is go factory and transit to labs. That's one alternative. That prevents you from having to do factory again later. That's actually probably not too bad. I probably would like to do that. You can go labs last after factory. I mean, I really, really don't want to do that. I guess you... What? So you're saying you go ground zero streets, interchange customs. No, but then how do you get back to factory? Actually, you can do this now. You can go ground zero streets, interchange customs, shoreline, because there is actually a link here now. It's what, again, I think it's one way. I don't think you can go from shoreline to customs, but you can go the other way. Lighthouse, reserve, woods, factory, and then labs, and then extract out of labs, and you actually then never double up on yourself. I think that is actually theoretically possible, but I do not want to end on factory and lab. I'd rather do one extra raid elsewhere than do factory and labs at the end, because they're so RNG. They're like flip a coin, right? You don't want to flip a coin at the end. Do you agree on the idea that Grenadier should be moved outside the test drive quest line? Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't done it. I don't know. Maybe. Probably, actually. It should probably be on its own. Grenadier probably shouldn't lock anything. It should just probably be at the side. You can still keep it as Capra if they're desperate for, you know, making our lives horrible, but it should kind of be its own thing. Achievement asks to start. Now, the achievement these days used to ask for that, but it actually doesn't anymore. So the achievement just says use the transit. So you can actually start in the middle if you want and do it a different way. Have you ever done a test on M4 muzzle devices? Not checking better recoil, but looking between flash hiders, finding middle ground between ergo, recoil, and flash suppression? I don't think there's any flash suppression on any of the suppressors. So on any of the non-suppressors. So I don't think it makes any difference. Imagine how tense that lab's raid would be. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the -20 sound literally doesn't do anything in the game. It's sad. There's a lot of the stuff that just literally doesn't make any difference. The flash hiders don't hide flash either. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, to be honest. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this. I was mulling it over, but now I'm actually not sure if I want to do it. This was just kind of a cheapo kit. Probably should just use something a bit better. If you want to get through factory and labs first... should probably just use a different setup. Should probably take like a grizzly or something. Factory labs. I think I agree with this. Factory labs, streets, ground zero, streets, interchange, customs, reserve, woods, lighthouse, shoreline. Exactly. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's the lowest risk way? I think so. It's more the actual, like, getting to the transits. You can also... Well, it depends whether you want to do marathon or not. I want to do marathon at the same time. Wonder how long is it actually going to take? But I get to work, I'm going to write a rule set for Rogue like Tarkov. See, that'd be cool. Is this all a new task or just for fun? No, this is just for fun. This is just for fun. I kind of want to do it though. Like, the problem is, what stuff do you actually need for marathon? You're probably better off with the Serve 12, right? For a start. Just for a start. Take a full ibuprofen. Yeah, food and water too. Yes, of course, of course, of course. We don't really need... We don't really need a sick case, I don't think. Is there any reason why I wouldn't want to take the sick... Actually, you do need a stack of money. But I don't really need any keys. If you're pre-painting, you need a ton of water. That's true. I probably have to only in certain places. Take Golden Star, no water. Golden Star hits your energy though, which is sometimes actually worse. Take a wallet. Not a bad idea. You could bring SJ12 instead, actually. I mean, I have SJ12 here. The thing is, do I want to bring more Propitols and stuff? Is the issue. I don't even know what the optimal setup is, actually. Aquamari is good. Aquamari is really good. I feel like you also want... I think you probably will just want a Grizzly. It's one of the few times you actually want a Grizzly, in my opinion. Maybe we'll just start and see how we go on. Do you want a Yule? Not Yule, sorry. Omka. Golden Star may save you from dehydration. You only need to care about food. You still run lower though, no? It doesn't save you completely, as far as I understood. For roguelike mode, should we start every raid naked or with a standard level 1 trader's loadout? I'm not sure. I feel like if you start completely naked, it can be kind of I don't know. I'm just not sure. It's quite hard when you first play like roguelite Tarkov to get going. Unless you're playing on a map like Woods or something. Like, I often end up starting on reserve because there's a lot of like weapon cases, but it's actually quite difficult, especially if you have no melee weapon. It's very hard to actually just get that first like leg up. That's part of the challenge. It's kind of fun as well, but it's just quite difficult. Take a Scav gear set. Whatever your Scav has. Well, so you just run through factory as Scav and then just that goes on to PMC. I mean, maybe. The thing is, I can just take an Aquamari and like not worry about it. You know what I mean? Or two. Just take two of these. Then you don't have to worry about water ever. Now, in terms of gun, I feel like you kind of want to take 545 or 762. That's not crazy, right? I'm pretty sure that's what you want to do. You can take something cool like the RD704 and then a couple of mags. I find things that I just don't know if I'm going to kill people with 545. 762 is really good against scavs as well. 555 sometimes just doesn't work properly, but I think 762 is good. It's a good plan. Because I could take myself a stack of like PP or whatever, bit of BP to start with, just in case I like run into players. I think you pretty much have to take. I'll probably just take a load more pro piece or something. You need a lot of ammo. How long is this? 25 minutes per map? 10 transits? No, because you can transit after 1 minute. That's the trick here. What else am I like super missing? I need obviously some armor. I think this bad boy is gonna be like crazy heavy. Yeah, that's way too heavy. It's a nice light combo. Maybe I just get another defender from Ragman. Ragman defender is always quite good. It's not the lightest, but 11.5. CPC. I don't have ref 4. So I can't do that one. I can do something like this though. I can do like yeah, and an M2, exactly. You can do like M2 rig. Although it's the neck is a bit of a actually the neck is less problematic now. But yeah, Ana M2 is like probably one of the better value rigs overall in the game. And you just stick these guys in there. Oh wait, but then that no hold on. Oh, no hold on because no, because I've got a specific rig for this. Okay, we'll go Thor then. We'll go Thor. Or maybe I'll put one of these 6 plates in the front. No. I suddenly realised I was like, oh yeah, no, I can't do that actually. I can't do that. Okay. Hopefully you don't have to use too many grenades or anything, but we'll take the green flare just in case. What else do I need to take? You can transit a few times. It was count 7 minutes, cost multiple run-throughs. So no run-through? Yeah, for each one, you can do a transit instead of the 7. HPC just not good enough. There's no soft armor on it. It's just a carrier. You're much better off with the Thor. It's got class 3 behind it. You could do side plates technically as well. Don't know if it's actually worth it. What do you think? Side plates worth or not? I think for a long-term one, it might be. I mean, we are going to be overweight, right? There's no two ways about it. So I think we should just not worry about it and just take some extra bits. Pistol? Why would I want a pistol? I'm not opposed to it, but just what's the deal? MRE? Yeah, maybe just in case. Or like Tarkov or something. Maybe double Tarka. I think getting back limbs early on might be problematic later. Maybe. I mean, that's why I'm going to go Serve 12, but... Transit combines time spent in raid across all maps. But if you transit the very first one, it still counts, no? Or not? Shotgun ammo for setup? Oh, you just use flechette normally. Get a lower run out of ammo. If I end up in that problem, then I think I've probably screwed up somewhere else. I should be enough across all of these. Well, let's just try. I mean, I'm probably just gonna die straight away or something. I've got to go through labs anyway, so you know we're gonna spend all this time. Got to spend all this time like gearing up, and we're just gonna die in either factory or labs. So, yeah. Labs and factory straight up is way better than doing them later. But factory to labs... the transit is underground, right? It's a blinking light, I think. No? Just got to remind ourselves where some of these actually are. Oh no, so it's under here. It's under here. Save the preset before you go in. I think actually that's quite a good idea. We can save this as like marathon guide. Because then we can come back to it and tinker it later. Do I need Red Rebel? Am I gonna... Actually, if I'm not taking paracord, I don't need Red Rebel. Yeah, zombie cure. Yeah, I remember now. It's underground. Transit on labs kind of sucks, if I remember correctly. It does, yeah. Now we're going to be going streets. So do I want to go night for that one? Do I want to go night factory? I probably do actually, don't I? I probably do want to go night factory. Anyway, let's just go with it. To hell with it. Let's just see what happens. Aqua better or many water rations? I think Aquamari is better than water rations, if I remember correctly. Water rations are 50. Aquamaris are 100, but you only get energy as well. So start during the day so you can have some nice dead night raids towards the end of marathon. I'm going to be coming towards like daytime again because it's quite long. Actually, I mean, I guess it depends when I... Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe we start in the day. Do you not need money? Only if I'm transiting out items, but I don't think I'm going to be looting really. More in terms of weight. Yeah, that's true. But I think it's nice that you get the energy with it. I'm not too worried about being underweight, just because I'm not going to be. You're just not going to be when you do this. Wonder how it picks the streets time slot when transiting from labs day or night. Yeah, I don't actually know, but I assume it's just doing the just taking like what you had before. This does mean the factory would be more full, but I guess that's fine. I did re-accept the guy, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. We'll see if we could do it like relatively speedily without taking too long. Let's think. I don't want to spend like 3 hours doing this. We'll just try and get the transits through. Hopefully with the fast transits we can get through a bit quicker than we would normally. Oh, there's another GPU here. So many GPUs. Does it count if you go straight to the transit? Yeah. Oh, for God's sake. Bringing a lab card, might as well bring a wallet with money just in case. Yeah, true. MVG's doubled again. You gotta love it. Long sleeve dark clothing? Probably. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. Why are Scavs using transit OP? Because you can basically farm... Oh my god. Okay, let's try and go back. You can basically use your Scav more than you would normally be able to. You don't have to suffer the timer. If you're looking for a particular item, you can just Scav back and forth, transiting between two different maps over and over and over and over and over again, obviously until you die. But if you're careful about it, you can use your Scav a lot. Never-ending Scav run, exactly. So if you're looking for something specific, like CFDM radios, you can like scout a particular bit on... I haven't actually even tried whether... So say you go to like... I should actually test it out, whether you can do Shoreline Lighthouse, for example, Scav back and forth. Oh my god. Am I actually in the raid now? If it's loaded me into a raid and I'm already dead, then that's going to be the genuine worst thing ever. After all the prep. Think positive thoughts. After yesterday's session, I think that might just be the end of me. Yeah, you can skip the scav timer basically, so you don't have to wait for the cooldown. If there's some way of you getting food or water, you can just stay in raid as long as you like to find the thing. Whatever it is you're looking for. Am I just dead already? I'm probably already dead or something. Water treatment 24/7. As long as you can stay alive, sure. It's trying to do something. Okay. Oh, I'm at this one. Probably a godsend to spawn in late in some ways. Two minutes late. Lucky no one checked in there for the first 2 minutes. Yeah. It's because it's behind the door, I guess, as well. So. How do I load my progression into Tarkov Companion? There's a button you can press which does like you basically like mark the quests you have active. So you look through the quest. I think you look through the quest here, this one, the third button, and you click complete on all of the quests you have open currently. And then in the settings, you can do in progression, you can do where is it? Here we go. Complete quest automation, autocomplete, and it'll complete all the prerequisites. I think that's how it works. Because you have to actually tell it to do that. Yeah, we had brutal burnout yesterday. It was awful. It was genuinely awful. Okay, well, let's see if we can do labs. Let's see. Why that light over the X100 or the Balder Pro? Because this one I can turn on and have it on IR Illuminator, so I still get point fire bonus even when it looks like it's off in the day. That's the main reason. Doing guide or marathon? Both. A link for this companion app, just type it in. It's on the Overwolf website. Right. Question here is, what's the best way through? Yeah, we'll chill for a minute. A lot of people end up going down to like that new area. Yeah, shoulder swap is good. Maybe the other way around, avoid black. Yeah, maybe. 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 Drop down server into basement. Ah, that doesn't really get me where I want to be, though. Actually, I guess it kind of does. Actually, I guess it kind of does. It does mean I might need to fight my... Actually, no, I'd rather go this way, I think. I can't extract. I'm doing the transit thing. I'm doing marathon. You know, I will say the new DLSS actually works a lot better on labs. Labs used to look awful on the old model, actually. I know which way I think I want to go now. I know what I want to do. We'll just take it easy. Labs runs phenomenal after the performance patch. I haven't actually checked, but like it actually looks good. There was a weird like, because Labs is so sort of like linear in the angles of everything, it looked really like grainy on the old DLSS. I'm using preset K. Well, on the new preset model, it actually looks like it looks correct. Are the lights off in here first, like actually off, and then they come on when you go in? Is that like actually how this works? This is the first labs run I've done this wipe. I've literally not played. Yeah, you do need to use NVIDIA control panel or the new NVIDIA app to do it. We're just gonna sneak along, see if we can just get over there without any issues. So BSG have added DLSS 4, but they haven't added the new transformer model, unfortunately. That sounds like people in the new area. Motion activated. Seemed like it. I know some areas of EFT, though, like the lighting is bugged and it only pops on when you go in anyway. If the lights are on and you're outside, it means someone's in there. Do they turn off, though? Fighting next to black? Sounds like the new area to me. Oh, they actually go off. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I've not played since they did that. That is cool. Sliding glass doors are motion activated too. It's funny that they add stuff like this. Does DLSS help with frames? The more you push your GPU, then yeah, but it doesn't really, no. Not for most people. But in my opinion, the DLSS implementation looks a lot better than the TAA does for anti-aliasing. That's one of the reasons why I use it, because I don't like the way TAA looks at all. And I personally prefer how DLSS looks. What would be perfect is if they can add DLAA. I really hope they add DLAA, because then that's the anti-aliasing implementation of NVIDIA's like AI models. But without any of the upscaling. Because I have no issue rendering in 100%. I don't need the quality preset, you know. Sneaky beaky, I mean, why not, right? We're not here to get any kills. We're not here to get any loot. This is probably the hardest map to get through. Went from 8 to 4 mil rubles trying to learn labs yesterday. Yeah, it's crazy. Why the slow walk? Because it's inaudible outside of approximately like here to the wall. But it's faster than crouch walking. What's up with the queue times? Seem pretty fast to me today. I mean, I'm playing mostly transit stuff, either transit scav or transit PMC. So it seems very quick to me. I'm also going to be able to respond faster if I'm stood up already. It means I can like run, jump, sprint more readily now than I can if I'm like crouched. Crouch walking is like even closer in terms of how far away you are and the sound, but slow walking is way better than it used to be. So in my opinion, it's the sort of best balance of the two. Well, that sucks. GG's, boys. Yeah, there's two. Tracksuit. Might take a mag. Did I take money in the end? I didn't bother actually, I forgot. Stressful times. That's actually really annoying. Should I blow this up? I feel like yes. You just have to do latest, Tony. It's called latest, the thing. Okay. Better it be gone than being used on you. That's my thoughts. All right. All right. He dumped his couch somewhere? Yeah, I mean, we're just doing transit, so I don't really care. Right, okay, so we're on to streets. That's the next one. So from streets, we have to go to ground zero. The ground zero extract, I believe, is by MVD. Yeah. And then streets to interchange is over by Concordia, I think. Oh no, that's interchange. Where's streets to interchange? Oh no, it is. Yeah, it is Concordia. Yeah, it's Concordia one. Okay, fine. Good afternoon. What is this? Gigging with an RD and not a NATO weapon. We're trying to do. I'm basically, this is like a transit stream. So we were doing like some transit scav stuff to see whether you could just transit back and forth infinitely between different maps to get to just like farm items much quicker because you don't have to wait for your scav timer. And scav is significantly easier, as we've talked about previously, at farming for certain items because extracts are easy. You don't have to fight other scavs. You spawn in 20 minutes later into the raid, which is kind of ideal, etc, etc, etc. And so the idea was you could just like go back and forth. Now we tried sending stuff back to the stash by finding cache on the map, but unfortunately that doesn't actually work, which is a real shame. You can transit as a scav, yes, but you can't send anything back to the stash. So once you've found your item, you just need to leave. Still makes it quite a powerful tool. Like you could use it on Lighthouse to go between Shoreline and Path to the Lighthouse to go back over and over again as a scav without having to wait for your cooldown, which technically is quite good. I thought those WQ chads were going to at least nade. Yeah, they didn't even try to nade me. I was like, I was going to run out if they'd naded. I didn't have much choice, right? Kind of locked myself in there. I thought that was the one that loops through, but I don't think it, you know. Yeah, so ground zero. What did I say? MVD. Okay, I'm actually just gonna hop up here for a minute. Can you stand on this? You can. What if someone ever spawns up in the building here? What did they have? They had BP mags. There were 50 minutes left on the raid? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're only just in. It doesn't look like anybody's down there. Even with transit? Yeah, it starts you off at the beginning. When you transit as a... Is this like full BP? I mean, it's pretty sick. So the thing is, sometimes people do like loot those buildings up there. I just want to manage this stuff first. Oh, it was actually mostly BP. $762 was definitely the right choice. Well, very useful, given I ran into these dudes. Just periodically check nobody's coming up here. think this one's probably all BP as well. Stick that. Oh no, can't stick that up there. Probably do it that way around. Oops, no, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, I don't see anybody down there, so probably alright. This is the half one. So Scav transit strats doesn't explain why you play PMC with lav to streets transit no M61. Because I can't refresh my M61, that's the problem. I want to play with something that's more sustainable. You know? Because like basically if you start getting trouble with 762 NATO, you're shit out of luck. Pretty much, no? Right, so we've got to get to MVD. Let's do this thing. Should have done this before we left, but never mind. Someone's not in there, are they? Let me go. We'll do this an alternative way. I don't necessarily want to go through the back streets because oftentimes people actually go that way. It's about caliber, right? It's about caliber. I'm not going to be able to pick up TCW, M80, any of those, whereas finding PS is no problem. Relatively. Right. Which just turns the other PMC just raw dogs the ibuprofen. That's why you have to kind of take a water with you now. Okay, it doesn't look like anyone's been through here. Sometimes colonized boys are like literally just there, and then they murder you. And it's not ideal. I tell you, it's not ideal. Okie dokie. I mean, we can check for the key. I literally haven't seen it for this wipe, but so how is the water situation? Yeah, it's actually alright still. Now the question here always is like, how to deal with getting across here, because people do camp in Pinewood. I feel like we just have to do it. Only other alternative is crossing over and going all the way over, which I think is a bad idea. Who was that running? Can I make it to the next? Oh, it's a scav. Come on, come on. Okay. NVIDIA is popular these days because the ammo is really good in here. Looks like it's closed still though, which is a good sign. Right. Okay, off to ground zero we go. At what point do you throw away damaged repaired plates? Usually below 75 or 60%. 60, 70%-ish. Slight crunching from in there. I'm doing the guide and marathon achievement at the same time. Heard about MVD having good ammo, but the one time I checked the loot was mediocre. Really? Oh, I found like M9 in there and all sorts of stuff. Okay, so ground zero should be relatively straightforward. Just need to go back to the van to get to streets again. Then we go to Concordia. That gets us to interchange. Interchange is relatively straightforward because it's on the outside of the map. It's the transit to customs is in that corner, right? The unused corner of the map. And on customs, we have to go reserve. That's easy because that's the military base road. Reserve to woods is along the north or something, or the left or whatever. When do you replace your guns? Anything below like 93, pretty much. Hello? Are we going to load into the next raid, or are we just messed up? I hope it doesn't mess it up. Do you need to wait 7 minutes to get the guide on the transit? No, fortunately not. I have a hot take for you. Different sites should have different base time for ADS. So at the same ergo, a reflex should come up quicker than assault scopes and much quicker than LPVO. Possible. I guess you could incorporate that into the ergo of the actual sites, though. It would make it kind of difficult to like know what's going to happen. That's the only thing. It makes the system a bit less intuitive if it was done that way. Happens to me a lot when I try to transit. It gets stuck like this and crashes. It might be a Streets thing, because Streets has a lot of memory management situation stuff going on. They already are with weight. Some LPVOs are 1 kilo. Sure. But like the weight on its own doesn't necessarily feed into like the ergonomic handling of the device per se. Not necessarily. Hey, CZ, thank you for the prime, by the way. Wait, do I have it muted? Do I have my announcements muted? I have my announcements muted. Sorry, everybody. No, I'm just gonna sit here for a sec. At half FPS, who raided with Party 31, I literally didn't even see it because I had it muted. My apologies. That's a spawn, eh? Yeah, poor guy. Yo! That's awkward. Could have been a free shooter born. So I've got a snipey person doing shootable against me down here. You spawn into a fresh server, yeah. As PMC. As a scav, you spawn into an ongoing server. I don't think there's two. Unless someone's literally like here. I don't think they are. Could be one above though, I guess. One PMC spawned right by the old smuggler boat on customs right next to the other day. Killed him before he knew what was going on. Thought he transited in. Now you should start at the same time. The only way is, so if you crash, sometimes if you crash in the timer, sometimes that means that your body actually doesn't spawn into raid. If you manage to, like, if you accidentally disconnect at just the right time, you don't actually spawn in. So you can appear in the raid. It is possible to appear. Hey, Rune. How's Talk for the moment? How are you? Been a while? I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. I had a rough day yesterday. But broadly speaking, things are a bit better. But no, things are all right. In general, things are good. Things are going well. I'm a bit concerned because, like, there's some sniper person who's probably just waiting for the... Man. I need to drop my plate, really. Got him. Cheeky bastard. Cheeky bastard. I was like, I wonder if there's a way that they could be down here. That was a good game sense, I will say. Right, it might be time to go now. Before anyone else catches up to us, I'm just gonna try and go. I mean, I might just die here, but I don't want to wait any longer. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not gonna wait till the end of the raid. I'm not gonna do that. Good to hear. Gotta have bad times to appreciate the good times. True. True. I wonder what that was. It sounded fast firing. Maybe an M4 or something. I think that was a good first attempt. I feel okay about that. Was an M4. Sounded like it. Oh, wait. Is this... Oh, no, it is a player. Head nape. Yeah. It looks like someone's suspicious, but... Oh well, you know what? Alright. I'm okay with it. I legit jump scared. What's the deal with the transit being OP for scouts? I don't really understand why. We could do it now, I'll show you. Any sort of sound compression? I mean, I'm probably just used to it partly, just like completely all senses just deadened at this point, is dead inside. I use something called, thing is you'll hear the same as I do, but I use something called sound lock. But it'll be the same as what you hear, so it's not any quieter for me, but yeah. I'm just used to it at this point. Yeah, sound lock it caps out the like max volume of certain sounds. Like when you're running that kind of extra, like, you know, I'm like at that point I'm like, you know, there's probably a 30 to 50% chance of me just getting one tapped here. It just feels like that, right? At least got Bitcoin Farm 2 coming. It means you could just basically like endlessly lose over and over with Bitcoin 2. And you'll just always make money. Just carry on cracking out the M61. I mean, at some point I actually probably won't need to do this anymore, but... So yeah, I mean, what else could we want to farm? I don't think I need... Do I need anything else for Lightkeeper? I don't think I actually do. I need to make an MCB at some point, but I'll do that eventually. We could try and scav Lighthouse just to see. And see if we could do this back and forth from Lighthouse to Shoreline or something. We can try it. Transit on Scav is great for Scav rep, just getting PMCs loaded and running at gunshots. I had not Fombo, no. Military power filters. Yeah, I probably technically need them for the air filter unit, because I haven't done that yet. You need quite a few. Where's the best place for military power filters? Is it Lighthouse? Or reserve, maybe? Need a bunch for solo? Ah, that's two. So, I mean, solo would take priority for me. Reserve, decent. Yeah, for a minute before, I thought that guy, because it was like single name, I thought it was like a guard or something like that. Reserve loot house for mill power filters. Just realised I was on YouTube stream, not Twitch. That's no problem with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's all the same to me, baby. It's all the same to me. Let's unfind and raidify these things. Cool. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. Sell some sprouts. Oh yeah, press this button. Taking a bit of time to match. Things once you've matched in once, then you should be able to get in again. It's the first matching that's the issue. Glad BSC didn't want PvE players to feel left out in the cheater situation, so they just have the goons spawn every raid and detect and chase you from 300 meters out. I love it. That's funny. So where do you people normally scav on Lighthouse? I don't normally scav Lighthouse, really. I mean, we're doing it anyway as a test, just to do the transity thing. What's like the easiest spawns to grab, like, high-value loot? Like, run into water treatment and go... I mean, I've got a really terrible loadout for this, but... Oh, military tube. Road camp and a relay, of course. Where in the road camp? In the buildings? Don't you get chased down by the rogues if you do that? Southern Road? No, surely not. Yeah, don't go within 10 meters of them. Sure, but you can't not if you go inside, right? You can kill the rogues? Sure, but then you're going to get killed by them, in my opinion. They're usually dead. That's a good point. I guess you have to, like, figure it out. Whether they're dead or not. Can you cross here? Do you have to cross over there? You have to cross over there. And then what? Do people just like beeline it to building 3? Nah, it's a cylinder, not a sphere. So if you go in and you're underneath them, then you will get caught, unfortunately. Is there a secret extra after Lighthouse? What time is it anyway on this raid? 28 minutes. Check to see if they're actually around or not. Hard to see from here. Doesn't look like that there, to be fair. Go and look at the main entrance. Am I going to get blown up on mines? There's some mines around here somewhere. I always forget. Is it further across? God, I literally just ran forgetting about that. Nice gun, yeah. So, take the duffel, have a look at the duffels. I know, we couldn't have got a worse loadout, could we? Oh no. Is he going to kill me? Oh no, they give you a warning, don't they? Oh no. Okay. Maybe not. So I don't know how to do Lighthouse Scav. I'm not very good at it. I think for people who are good at it, I think they definitely can make more of it than I can. Hello, I've been watching your stuff for a while and I have a question. What is the best location to find CFTM transmitters? The Scav case. Not the Scav case, sorry, the cultist circle. By far. Unfortunately. If you want to actually find one in Raid, I think the ordering is Lighthouse, Reserve, Streets. In that order. That's a great warning, yeah. Several shots to the chest. Well, I did get too close, but I didn't realise he was there. I should probably have gone around the outside rather than go in like that. But oh well. You learn, eh? You learn. Don't you find if you go into Scav, because some people like swear by Scav Lighthouse, by the time you get there, aren't like 90% of the loot spots hit already by players? Is there a particular sacrifice that will give me better odds? Basically, what you need to do. Lots of people keep asking about this. You go on cultistcircle.com and you find something that hits the 400k threshold. So the one that I do these days is Ratchet Wrench times 3. Oops. And then Rechargeable Battery times 2. And that puts you to 406. Apparently you could do... Is it the Bear Buddy? Is it that one or is it a different one? What does that take you to? Maybe that's slightly further over. There's like a couple of ones you can do. Someone said you could do like grenade case, but that's a bit much. So it just needs to be over 400 on this. And then 25% of the time you'll get a 6-hour run. And a 6-hour run will give you a guaranteed quest or hideout item. One of the things that you need. It'll give you one of them. That's the deal. That's how it works. Right, let's go and do this again. What time is it on Lighthouse? It's not even that dark. Let's grab this one or something. keep forgetting I've got the armor repair kit now. Wait, is that one? I think that Torcom's like absolutely busted up. Yeah, Torcom's supposed to be 55 base. I'll get rid of that, man. And we got to be F4, I suppose. Go some random loadout, right? And then we've got what happened to my sick case? Where did it go? There it is. Oh, I've lost all the money out of it though. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, the reason why I was going with that. Yeah, yeah. Of course. So I'm gonna do this frequency mode thing. Get back. Got some stuff. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, I could suppress this. All right. Where's my other waters? Okay, right, so we'll just try and get all of these down. Do it slowly, bit by bit. Just go at like 6 AM. Keep the missed content, thank you guys. No probs, no probs. Welcome, wait to avoid cold to bestow upon me a lead X. It's hard. Is that true? You only get skill points if you spend 12 points on the armor repair kit in one go. Is that true? Doesn't look like it. It looks like you get something. Was that when I repaired? Wait, no, because charisma. No, sorry, it gives you for this, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe that is true then. Yeah, that was when I repaired something else, I think. I normally repair everything myself, but I wanted to buy one to just check that it did actually go back to full now these days when you do it, and it does. So they have fixed it at least. Like, one of the reasons why I stopped using it was because they stopped repairing things back to full, which was like real junk. I'm only doing this because it's Lighthouse and it's just annoying. How's your strength endurance balance this vibe? I'm pretty even. 15, 14. But I played like quite a bit of Arena as well. Arena helps the endurance side. Oh wait, you're level 20 endurance. That is weird. I don't know. Yeah, you can inspect your scav loadout. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yeah, some of the repair prices just became really, really low, and I don't really know why. That happened at some point. I think Churchnote mentioned it to me on ScavTalk at one point, and I was just like, oh yeah, that happened a while back, but like don't really remember why that was the case. It just kind of was. Right. Probably try to tidy a few bits up. Don't think I need any more bulbs. This. Those guys. I should like start buying a few more bits just to fill this because my case is actually empty. I like bought it and then haven't used it, kind of. Wait, that's empty itself as well. Oh well. Oh yeah. Got my 2-slot stuff. Don't know if I need any of these things. I'm always on the lookout to try and like minimize everything, and I keep forgetting. Oh, I should have bought paracord. Oh, no, again, it doesn't matter. Where's request to map? I was going to send you to ground zero. Yeah, I wasn't joking yesterday. You can loot Tetris whilst matching? Yes. Yes, you can. It's very good. Oops. What's consensus? A transit's OP as a scav. I feel like I thought they were going to be, because I thought you were going to be able to concoct some stratagem where you grabbed a load of cash and then could transit items back and forth to the stash. But unfortunately, you're not allowed to send it back to the stash, which is sad, actually. I thought that was going to be amazing, but you can't send it back to the stash. So you just have to do scav until you find the item you want, and then you have to leave, which is fine. That's still good. That's still good, but not as good as being able to send stuff back to the stash. I think you should be able to send stuff back to the stash. I need to put this on my notes, actually. So scav items to stash with transit makes scav very powerful. And then, although so would that make it too OP? I don't know. It feels like you should be able to do it. And then scav, you should be able to go to labs if you get a card. I really do think that. Like, yeah, you could use that to like, you know, there's a way to go to do labs without. I guess the thing is then they have to sort of. Labs has never been that way. It's like, would you spawn? Maybe just spawn at the start of the raid with everyone else. I mean, you could already circumvent the scav timer by spawning into the different maps. Oh, what does it say? It said error to collecting cash. Is what it says. Should I try getting into the helicopter from here? Or is this a fool's errand? Oh wait, I've gone the wrong way. I'm just going to get shot by someone over there. Yeah, this does feel kind of foolish actually. Yeah, this is not a good spawn for doing this, I don't think. Sadly. That's up at the chalets, but... If Abs was transit only, it'd probably have a lot less of a cheater problem. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, if you get a key card, you should be able to go to labs. I agree. Okay, so I need to do the one. I've done the one in the chalet. I need to do either the helicopter. That's where I'm at. I either need to do the helicopter one or the ones down on the beach. I think you should spawn in at the beginning. I don't think you should spawn in like partway through the labs raid. Personally. If you're a scav, that is. A scav transit from a factory would be the only one that makes sense. I mean, that's the one that already exists. Right. For PMC. Where the hell was that? Oh, that's all the way down there. If Scav doesn't die, I think you should keep playing the same Scav loadout till you die. Oh, what? As you go through different maps, you mean? I suppose that's one possibility. VP with APM with some wacky ballistics? At certain points, yeah. The thing is, right, playing Scav is just 15 million times easier than PMC on a lot of maps. Just a whole bunch of maps where it's just way easier to play Scav. Streets is one of them. I wonder if you ever see anybody up there from here. Kind of wondering whether it's still worth going for the helicopter at this point. I could run over and turn in. Where are the mines exactly on the way in? Oh, they're in that final strip. But if there's ground rogues, I will die. Do you think an IMO buff should happen? Yeah, I think that oops, pull my headset out. I think that the nerf to PvP was way too much, personally. It didn't even need to happen. I don't know why they nerfed PvP as badly as they did. Nobody goes, what the hell anymore? No one wants to learn the mine locations? Yeah. I know, you could just run into... Well, you technically can just run in. Everyone always just says just. Everyone always says just on this map. It's starting to, like... It's starting to drive me a bit crazy. I hate it when people say just. It's becoming like a bugbear of mine. Because there is no just when it comes to this this map. It's just, it's not how it's not how it works. Just, exactly. Nobody's fault. I'm just getting peeved by Lighthouse. I mean, that's straight ahead. Just don't die. Exactly. Gotta figure out how to not start every email with I just. I know. So yeah, I have to roll that back myself, actually. Player, Scav? You running marathon in reverse? No, I'm just trying to plant this thing. We died on marathon, so I changed up to do something different. I keep going the wrong way on this map. I'd actually rather do assessment though, because at least you get to fight people. In this one, it's just go to annoying places. I get to choose. I have more agency in assessment as to what to do. And every time you get a kill, you know, at least it counts broadly. I mean, obviously not if you're above this point, but... I wonder if transiting for that is a good idea. Actually, no, because you can... The lowest you can get to is... Surge shots hitting behind. Doesn't bode well. PV kill through class 4 helmet? No. damage is too low. I think that's collateral damage. I think that's collateral. From behind. I mean, on this map, I'm just ready to die whenever. Really. Like, as soon as you walk into here, there could be anybody anywhere. So it's just like, well, whatever. Just don't worry about it too much. Right, I'll try to run the gauntlet across. I'll see if I can... smash my way into here. And plant this bad boy.
Frequency mode. Frequency mode.
Okay. That's sad. Yeah, PvP is bad now. I don't know why they took the damage down so much. Thing about assessment is you either get into a fight, you know, sometimes you die, but that's just Lighthouse. And then if there's no one there, you get to loot. So you just ran right in? Yeah. I was having a look before, like on this map, it says here the mines are there. I ran through this gap, I think. Yeah, I ran through this gap. So if you go this gap, there's no mines. I think if you go this gap, there are mines. It's like in this bit, apparently. Ooh. Pew! Those things are so cool. What's wild, it's one of the most expensive ammos in the game. Yeah, it's just stupid. Not a bad Lighthouse map. No, it's good. It's good. PMC headshot 350 meters. Outside the assessment line? Damn, that's annoying. Okay, so what else have I actually got to do on this map? Hermit. Oh, the message. Okay. That's eliminate stuff. Okay, the crashed helicopter. Recon. I don't really care about recon. Do the other repeaters. That's no real problem. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just try and get the hermit then. Try and get the letter for the hermit. I could get past the helicopter too, in theory, but I'm probably just going to do... Oh, it's so laggy. Wonderful. For frequency mode. Now, I don't know this well enough to go up there. But whoever's over here probably knows I'm coming that way. Unfortunately. Wait, where's my... Oh, no, my water's down there. Good. Excuse me? People VoIPing. Interesting. Best to rock hop. I know, but I don't think you can the whole way up, can you? I guess you can get to here. Maybe you can do this, actually. There's mines in this bit, unfortunately. Someone's like right here, but I can't quite see them. Are they there or there? They literally just walked around here. Oh, they're up there. Can I sidestep to the left one tiny bit? I can't see where his head is, unfortunately. He's like right behind those trees. I don't know if I walk forward though, I feel like I'm going to blow up on a mine or something stupid like that. There we go. Okay, right. How do I not die here? Accuracy by volume, exactly. Where is he exactly? I thought I saw someone then. I didn't, but... Wait, who's that then? Is that just a scav? Alright. Dead ahead of you? Yeah, I think I'm peace. Oh, wait. He's literally there. Oh, all the markers. Sorry, dude. Yeah, nice bolty, yeah. I should repack this. This is better than this, actually. Technically by size. Let's repack this guy. So, I can either just forward this or just take it like that. Yeah, no, he is. That is crazy. Ow. What in the raid is this? Wait, should I just swap this out for the VPO? At this point, I guess so. FTX. This is like maybe a Punisher dude. And yeah, this guy. I'll swap to these. Okay. I guess that was his mate. Maybe. The one from below, I guess. Yeah, I suppose so. And waited 3 years for you to finish looting. Second dude, no plates. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's lost their goddamn minds. Don't forget Hermit. Oh, yeah. Good point. Thank you. So third stream, we've seen 10 ULACs in abundance. It's because they're cheaper, right? People go, oh, they're cheaper. What a bargain. Yeah, 10-man team, you see a teammate. Yeah, because there's value. There is value in that. In fairness. Yeah, we'll go do Hermit. Not going to bother trying to get over to the helicopter, but... we'll do Hermit at least. I thought there was Scav shooting me from Immortal Treatment, but I guess... Excuse me, please. Let's not, okay? Let's not. Wear the tan you like? No. The curse is real. We just killed 2 people wearing them. Speaking of mines, yeah, if you rock hop though, then usually, yeah, it should be okay. That's the thing. As long as you can just stay on rocks, you basically know you'll be alright. Anyone seen the goons? I haven't seen the goons all white. Very close contact to them at the Scav bunker. Didn't end well. Did they finally fix the transit bug? I think so, yeah. People don't seem to transit with each other anymore. But you don't always spawn in at the spawn that you think you will. Is the only unfortunate thing about it, but it's alright. Yeah, the insta-kill claymores, they suck. Anyone seen Gluhar? I just haven't seen any bosses. The only boss that I've seen was Killer, who I saw the other week, like last week. He's the only boss I've seen, like, at all, really. Logical has put up like a better version, I think, hasn't he? He's done like a fun version of the, or like a slightly more like trustworthy version of the Goon Tracker. Okay, we got half of Network Provider 2 done, so at least that's good. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've hit the goons and woods every 3rd raid this way, pass on every other raid. Are you playing PvE? If you're playing PvE, then that's true. If you're playing PvP, then that's extremely unlucky. Red times to see if I get airbursted by guard nades. Yeah, that does happen. That's happened forever, it seems. The UMP, though. UMP? I don't think the UMP is honestly bad. As a like general run and gun weapon, it's pretty solid. Especially if you can hit headshots, right? Like it's one of the few SMG bullets that goes that if you're using AP, it's one of the few SMG bullets that actually goes through class 4 helmets just cleanly and kills. It's like a 65% chance to pen, and then it kills them straight away. Whereas something like FMJ, you can never kill them on the first hit through the head, which is a bit crazy. Are we different or easier on PvE? There's a lot more of them, that's for sure. There's a ton of them on PvE. I'm getting our drips and drabs back from yesterday's terrible performance. Right, where's the Hermit man? Hermit. Boom. Cool. I think they do act quite similarly, yeah. Nice if the MP7 ammo had a tiny bit more damage. Guess that's the trade-off you make for it. Even a tiny bit of damage wouldn't fix the problem that it has, though, about it not one-shotting. Because, like, none of them do, really. P90 or 9mm or MP7, like, none of them do. None of them one-shot, except for 45. Because it's got so much damage that it will actually go through and kill him on hit. Bounce the poor AP off helms like 5 times. It sucks. Yeah, ricochet chance. Yeah, the MP7, I mean, the MP7 I think is strong enough, personally. What do I actually have to upgrade in here now? Oh, I technically need a lion. I need like a single lion. I've got one of these locked off. I think maybe I'll just unlock it to do this, probably, at some point. Need a single lion for that. I do need solar, but that means I need to go to labs. Actually, I need to upgrade the gear rack. What do I need for the gear rack? I need one more of these, and then I need a load of aramids. Okay, I should probably craft some aramids then. Technically need the next level of this as well. What do I need for that? Oh yeah, more of this. And then a load of wires. Okay, well, I need to wait until I get my energy-saving lamps then. Done that to level 3. What about Hall of Fame? Rooster. Well, I'm not putting the rooster in that one. Oh, actually, it's just the rooster that I need. Okay. Obviously, more energy-saving bulbs. I should use the mannequin, though. This thing literally is just full of... Oh, I took them out, actually. Yeah, I should make another one. Really should. Alright, cleaned up on guns this time. Nice. Got all the stuff, all the guns. All the markers. It's annoying to die with all the markers, to be fair. I feel for him. Yeah, they were like proper tan team, weren't they? Okay. Got hit once in the back plate, but that was it. And they finally made line in the Hall of Fame you can use. I don't think I've got anything in there this wipe. I couldn't be bothered to put anything in there. Just got Mr. Kerman's thing. I didn't bother putting anything in here. Could probably do something better here, but... Telling me my 5,700 FMJs are not one-shotting heads? Nope. It's only got 43 damage. Like, I'm not going to do the full calculation, but very roughly, right? 43 times 0.8. So, that's fundamentally how it goes, right? When you go through a class 4. So you don't kill them, unfortunately. Even at point blank. If they're not wearing a helmet, if you hit them in the eyes, they'll die. But if you go through the helmet, they won't. It's how it be. It's how it be. Tarkov's been like that for ages. It's weird. Weird old game. I think they should lower the head HP to 30. You don't need bolt action with you? I mean, technically not really, but... thought it's more like 10%. It depends on the ammo. The worse the ammo, the less the reduction is. The better the ammo. Sorry, the better... Sorry, the worse the ammo, the more the reduction is. So, it kind of goes like... Where's my... We're gonna do another... Do another sketch. I love a good sketch. So if you so class 4. All right, that's class 4 helmets. This is 40 pen, let's say. This is pen over here, and this is 50 pen. Just do a little jaggy. 50 pen. So then this is reduction percentage. So 50 pen is the point at which it's 0. So if you hit somebody with... What's got 50 pen? I mean, something over 50 pen is like BS. That will just deal its listed damage to a class 4 helmet. And then it goes I think it goes like... I can't remember exactly how the function looks. It looks something like this. I can't remember if it's like linear like that or not. And this is 40% here. I think it goes further out. I think it goes further like this. So maybe even less than that actually. It's something like this. So if after a certain point it flatlines, that might be about 30ish, I think. I think at 40 it's about 20%, I think. Roughly. At 50 it's 0. It's something like that anyway. But it means that basically everything that falls into this category, like SS190, FMJ, SX, PvP, any of the 9x2021 stuff, these ones all fall into this category because they don't have enough damage. They get this applied to them, and then they don't hit 35 anymore, which is annoying. Whereas that's the main difference with this one, right? This is only 38 pen, but because the damage is like 66, it still kills. Bro thinks he's Pirate software opening. I've used Paint for years. Or thinks he's Devin Nash. Or whoever else who uses Paint. I also use Paint, okay? FMJ SX still hits 35? Well, it doesn't kill you if you test it. The only one that's weird is APSX, because APSX used to not one-shot at any distance, and now it one-shots at like 2 meters. For some inexplicable reason. I don't really know why. Should we just try and get the last few of these done? I mean, it was when I last tested it. The only problem with me ever talking about like literally anything is that like between the last time I tested it and now, it could be different. It's one of the it's one of the Tarkov things of all time, you know? It might just not be the same anymore for literally no specific reason. So, you know, I very confidently assert this. But it might just not be the same. Should I take one of these? Maybe I'll take one of these. Not with a Tango 6T on it though, because that's actually good. Take this with a tri-hook. 18k, they're so cheap. I definitely have M6 too. Maybe it's Found and Raid. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, we need to put this repeater down. May as well see if we can get it done, I guess. Don't want to come back if I can help it. I do want to do it because then we can move on to the next parts of the quest. Would be nice. Not running Epsilon for 2 radios. I don't have it. I never bothered doing Punisher Part 6. Should I go at night? Probably should go at night, if I can help it. Repair this and sell it to somebody who otherwise is none the wiser. Right. The other option is taking the other one with me as well. I could do that in theory. No, let's not do that. That's a pain. Then you have to redo it. SS190 with 49 damage is not enough? No. The thing about like the people surviving bullets to the head, blah blah blah. Like I don't think that should be a discussionary point for this game, because right now it never will kill you. Like, it's not even a case of like, oh, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. You will never die to those bullets through class 4, just not ever. And I think it's silly. Oh yeah, I need Aramid for the that thing. I may as well just keep them. I thought you were an SVD enjoyer. I am sometimes. Not really this wipe though. Oh, I don't have it, but I handed it in for the choice. Fair. Stuck on PMs for like a week. Gotta love it. It's an item you'll never forget next time to keep. Scope for the M700. It's a Swamp Fox Tri-Hawk. I quite like it at shortish distances. It's completely underused. It's like 18k because it's non-variable. But I don't like if you're taking a combo loadout, then I actually don't mind it. Hello, Senshi. Got classics body armor up a PMC, and now I'm an unkillable Superman. No more one taps the thorax for this guy. Unless you get double shot bugged through the neck, but yeah. Yeah, if the helmet is damaged, damage reduction is reduced, even if the armor is at 80 HP and the bullet would one tap you through it. Yeah, if the helmet is damaged, damage reduction is reduced. Correct. That's definitely correct. Sensitivity changes too drastic on the Swamp Fox. I don't mind it too much. Don't actually mind it. Did they ever mention Lighthouse changes? Not really. Tri-Hawk Canty Red Dot's my favourite. Huh. Double shot still a thing? Apparently. Apparently it's still happening. I've actually not tested it. I'm not sure if I could be bothered. Been liking the 3.5 ACOG? That's not bad either. Yeah, Lighthouse needs to be reworked if anything. I like the Tri-Hawk, I don't like the Monstrum as much. I find the Monstrum, I always find it's like... It makes streets laggy because it counts as a, you know, it's an optics, it's got the picture-in-picture problem. Then it's too close range when I want to hit someone long range away, and then it's too far when I want to hit someone close. Right. I gotta find the helicopter. There you go. So at least we get to see that. And now I'm going to move backwards through the map. I want to see what it looks like without. Okay. This does increase the contrast a lot, which is what I want. So it's quite a nice little reticle. I like this one, Fox. I've always liked it. It's also like I have a soft spot for it because back in the day it was one of the more stable reticles when you were full autoing through guns. Like previously when you used to get the blacking out of optics, like all the weird like eye relief stuff that used to go on before they changed the recoil system, Swamp Fox was like one of the better ones. Right, so I've got to get the one on the high relief and the one on the pier. I don't know which one is more annoying. I feel like the high relief one. I can't remember if it's closer or further away than the pier. I don't remember. You doing shooterborn? Not really. Like, maybe if there's an opportunity, I'd give it a go. Is someone over the other side? I thought maybe I heard something. VoIP. Okay. Right. Okay, so I was going to quickly check exactly where it is that I need to go for the high one. High elevation. Oh, it's actually closer. Just above the first set of rocks. Okay. I mean, it is a hell of a lot easier to see this way. Right, and we'll go to that then. We'll try to get that one. So we've got to cross past the building. And then, yeah, get to that high point and plant it down. Right now I'm using the feather filter at 100 for post effects, but I don't usually use that. For a second, who just posted the requested the settings. One of the issues here with this as well is it's like at this point you're just like, well, do I just have to go? No. That looks good. So post effects looks like poo poo. Kind of true. Okay, we've got 1 more minute. Let's just go. 1 more minute of a painkiller. Desperately to make sure there's no one here. I mean, you can't. This is the thing about Lighthouse. You just can't. You can't check everywhere you would realistically need to check. There's not enough cover through most of these areas if you need to get to a specific place. And I have to go up here to plant this thing down. And that's the thing that I actually prefer about assessment in many ways. Is that although it's annoying and having to get kills is a bit of a pain, it's a hell of a lot easier than just being forced to go to like stupid places on the map. Like I would never come down here for, you know, kills, for example, unless I was forced to by spawn point. Is that not a crate? Sure looks like a crate. How's the Evergy not green? I've got the feather filter on at 100. Right, there we go. Cool, okay. Nearly there. One more to do. Yeah, so if you go into here, post effects, then there's this color grading, and it says, there's feather. Feather is basically just black and white mode. You just turn it to 100%. So I just turn this up and down depending whether I'm playing day or night. So without it, it looks like this. You know, it's all green, kind of weird. With it, it looks like this. I find that personally a lot easier on the eye. It's also a lot better here as well, like this with feather versus this without feather. I can visualize it actually and show you. So feather, no feather, feather, no feather, feather, no feather. It just increases the contrast. Just helpful. Not getting northern extract unless you're super far south. Horrible decision. In fairness, there's only a couple that don't get it, but yeah, if you're too far up, it does make it a bit annoying. Yes, this map, it's doo-doo. Everyone really... But most people agree. Most people agree. Yeah, give it a try. I think it's better for night. I really do. I held off for ages because I didn't want to do it, and I didn't want to faff about. But it's really easy, and because I have my post effects set to, you know, as feather as like the default color grading, it just stays there, and I have it at 0 the rest of the time. So you just go in, just do the slider. I don't want to like mess about. Yeah, there's already enough stuff to prepare for each raid. I don't want to mess about between raids, changing this and that, changing the presets, because there's no way to like flick the presets on and off, right? So I never wanted to do that, but just pulling the slider, I'm happy to do that. Slider's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. Yeah, we've got one more technically. But I don't think I have time. I don't have time to do the next one. The problem is if I spawn at Southern Road, I will have time. But if I don't spawn at Southern Road, it's going to be awful. If your monitor has dynamic shadow boost, that could be helpful too. Yeah, try it. Like, everyone's monitor is different as well. It's going to look different on different people's PCs. Like, mine will look different on yours than what I see in real life. So using a cheap monitor I bought 3 years ago? Yeah, it might not help. Cool. You know, we're making progress. We tried the Scav thing. The transit thing doesn't work, but that's okay. You know, I still think the Scav is very powerful. If I had stumbled upon this earlier when I actually needed more items, then I might well have used Scav a bit more to get those items. Where else is there that you could like Scav between? Depends what items you need. The Ground Zero Streets is a good one just because they have everything you need. You can sustain in Ground Zero and Streets for all eternity. It's just a shame you can't pass anything back as a Scav. That's the problem. You talk about using Scav transits and sending stuff back to stash. Yeah, I gave it a go. Because I was like, that's going to make Scav really OP. But you can't send the stuff back. Even if you find cash in the raid. Which I think is a shame, actually, because you don't start with any cash. So I think if you find some cash, I think you should be able to send the stuff. You don't start with any normally. Occasionally you do. The other one I was doing was going Scav Factory and then transiting to like Woods. Bit concerned about some of the community rhetoric leaning towards a Scav. No, it's in my head. No, I think you're right. I mean, people, but to be fair, people, the community has been, the experienced player community has been calling for that for ages. Saying that it's too, it's too powerful. But I think that we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, and I think that we want to make sure that players up to level 15 have short cooldowns. The perfect situation for me would be that you can play Scav in the form that you can now, except the map is more randomized in that you get a pool of maps to choose from, like 3. No, I've still got feather on. So you get a pool of 3 maps to choose from, and you pick which one you want to play. But players who are level 0 through to 15 get, if you're level 1, level 0, level 1, whatever, you should basically have like 0 cooldown on Scav, in my opinion. And that scales up to level 15 to how the system is now, and then you can reduce it again later using upgrades or whatever. That's not. It's all going on. Actually, we'll try and go this way. Wait, was that? Maybe they were already in here. Oh, the kids are home. Ah, I did hit him. What's the advantage to Scav transits? So if you're looking for a particular item, you can go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between the 2 maps looking for an item. So, for example, I was doing Factory Woods, I think. So you could do like Factory Woods, or like Lighthouse Reserve. Scav keys are so bad. The thing is, they could tilt the map choice towards... Well, if they could tilt the map choice towards, like, the raids that are quieter. Like, right now, you have to pick a map. I would, genuinely, if I could just play Scav instantaneously, randomly, that would actually be, like, kind of fun, in my opinion. I think that would actually be really quite cool. I'd quite like that. Because then you could just play like anywhere, just like, oh, I don't care where I play. We're just gonna play wherever. I'd be down for that. But you can't do that right now, right? So you have to kind of like guess where it's gonna be quiet. But if you're like, oh, I'll just play on anything, and then BSG like just puts you in a quiet server, that'd be, well, like one that you can actually get into. Not necessarily a quiet server, but one that's got like a quick time to get in. I don't care if it's quiet or not. I just want a quick time to get in. So then they could give you your selection 3 maps of like the 3 quietest runs at that time, but it wouldn't always give you the crappy ones because everyone else is also getting the 3 choice as well. I guess the only issue with that is that if no one picks, like, I don't know, if no one picks, say, Shoreline, then Shoreline might always end up coming up as an option. So it'd need to be more randomized than that too. So they'd need to think about it a bit. But I don't know. I think in general, I think it's would be quite a nice idea. The issue I have with purely randomizing it is that some people literally just can't play, like Streets, for example. So if you got thrown into Streets, you're just done for. If your PC can't play it, which is kind of annoying. I'm basically dodging the Scav cooldown to make your Scav raid longer. Yes, correct. Do you think the Scavs should work like the Matrix and Agents? You take over an AI Scav and inhabit his body, whatever state he was in? I mean, that'd be cool. I think that would be cool. My sanity can't take Streets. So yeah, my proposal is either the draft of 3 maps, which you then get to choose, you pick one from, or it's purely randomized, but you get 2 vetoes. So you get to choose 2 maps that you don't want to play out of these. So you could check off Streets and Lighthouse, for example, and say these two maps are too intensive for me, or Streets and Customs, it's not working for me very well, this wipe. So I'll get rid of these two, and then I'm going to scav on any of the others. You can give me any other. That would make more sense to me, I think. Make Streets transit only? That's an interesting idea. I never thought about that. I don't understand what problem you're solving with random maps for scavs. It's basically people target farming certain maps. Like some maps are just really, really. It's just, the problem is that scav is overpowered. Full stop. Scav is full stop overpowered on certain maps like Streets. It is by far easier to look for hideout items for your base on your scav than it is on your PMC by a long way. So scav is just busted, but it's only really busted when you know what you're doing. So players could still learn. Yeah, you have to choose one of 3 maps, right? It's not just like any old map. Or maybe you have it open until level 15. I don't know. We're trying to think of some way of like, you know, skewing it. So maybe you can play any map until level 15 and then it's randomized. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, Scav is like Streets. Streets is really hard as PMC. It's hard to get around the map. There's millions of scavs. You don't have to worry about any of that as a scav. Lighthouse is completely insane because the rogues don't even interact with you. It's crazy. Question is, does it matter that scavving can help progression? It does, insofar as like imagine you could complete all your PMC quests as a scav, and then nobody would play PMC anymore. Like that's the whole point of that's the point of the game, is to play PMC. When it's easier to progress in the game not playing PMC, which is the main mode, then I think something's wrong. I personally think something's wrong. I would still PMC, sure. 90% of other people wouldn't. The goal should be to make the game more beginners friendly. Yeah, so I think that if you're like level 1 to 10 or something, I think you should just be able to scav pretty much indefinitely. I don't think you should have a cooldown. You know, like right now, like players who are level 1, I can't remember what's the timer when it starts. Is it 25 minutes or something? Since it's insanely high. I just don't think there should even be one, especially for the first 5 levels. You should be able to scav as much as you like. To be honest, you should just be able to scav as much as you want. I think who cares if people scav? It doesn't affect PMC interactions. No, but it does though, right? Because if experienced players are incentivized to scav into all these maps, when you do try to play PMC, it's like it's like so hard. It's so hard. I know the game's supposed to be hard, but it makes it extra hard. I wouldn't want to play against me playing as scav. Really, like it's quite an obnoxious experience. You know, if you're PMC and you're trying to play against somebody of your skill level also playing on scav, because they literally have no fear. It doesn't matter to them if even if they die, they take half your health away or whatever. It's like, you know, a PMC raid, especially on Streets, is like it's almost like and I mean, actually Tarkov's always been like this, but it's like one of those like round robin type tournaments, you know, or like pool or whatever you call it, like a waterfall style tournament thing, where it's like you meet, you fight, one person wins, they meet, they fight, one person wins, they meet, they fight, one person wins, and then eventually it's like, oh, you had a raid with like 14 people in it on Streets, but only 2 extracted. And having player scavs there en masse with high quality players, because they're incentivized to do so, only makes it harder for PMCs to actually play the game. It's already hard enough on some of these maps. And like Lighthouse is completely screwed for scav. I mean, I'm not very good at it, to be honest, but if you're good at Lighthouse as scav, you can farm loads of stuff. And it's so hard for PMCs to get into the road camp. You have to get to the road camp in the first place. There's people all over the place. It's really, really tough. And scavs basically just like spawn in, run down the road, no scavs attack them, run straight into the road camp. They don't get attacked by the rogues if you know what you're doing, which I don't. It's just so imbalanced. It just doesn't seem like a good level of difficulty. It just seems too skewed, in my opinion. May play a scav spawn after 20 minutes. I mean, that's one way, yeah, that's one thing. Or give them bad gear, that's another way. I mean, it's partly that Scav is... I mean, I sometimes I kind of enjoy fighting them, to be fair, to like counter myself. I quite enjoy fighting them sometimes. But I think the issue is it's just like you're supposed to go in as a PMC, risk reward, you know, you take your gear. If you die, you lose your gear, whatever. Like, when there's a feature in the game that you can shorten by using your PMC progression, you just end up doing that and then just scavving for PSUs. I just don't feel like it's as rewarding. You don't get the same risk reward like loop. I just did all scav for my PSUs because it was the most efficient thing to do. But I don't think that's necessarily the most rewarding way to have the game be structured. It's the easiest way. That's why I did it, because it was the easiest way. But gamers will always pick like the easiest path to do the thing, usually, unless you're doing a challenge or something. Gamers will normally pick the easiest path. So, you know, you can do the thing and also be like, maybe this isn't the way that it should be, but maybe this is taking away from the experience of the game. You know, maybe correlate fence rep with maps that you can choose to scav in. Maybe, but then that kind of disproportionately affects new players badly again, which is a shame. Is it still good late in the one? I mean, honestly, it's slow rate of fire. If you hit your headshots, people will die with it. The ammo's good. The AP ammo is one of the better SMG ammos, so it's still decent. In Delta Force, they have like free PMC kits. That's true, actually. We should have a free PMC kit, I think. Like, maybe you could even take the option of just like transferring the scav kit to your player if you wanted to, if you're new, something like that. Do you think player scav gear should scale better for scav rep? I'm kind of torn on that. I feel like I'm not sure if I think that's. I don't know if I want that level of progression in there. Maybe I actually don't know. I'm still torn. I said yes in the survey, but now I'm not so sure. I'm not sure anymore now. I guarantee you, if you let me scav indefinitely less than level 5, I'll not PMC for quite a while I fill out boxes of items. I mean, that's up to you, I think. I think that's fair enough. That's up to you. But like your PMC level will be behind then, right? So you won't have access to good ammo and blah 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 when you're playing PMC. I feel like there's an element of choice in that. What's the point in getting scav rep then? I feel like the scav rep system is not working very well. So I don't think there's much point in getting scav rep now, really. Yeah, friendly bosses isn't really enough. Like the scav rep system doesn't really work very well. Me and Church talked about this on the last podcast actually, and I was saying like maybe the scav rep thing should be more. It should be more like temporary. Maybe it should go from like -5 to +5 or something, and you start off at 0 every. If you kill a scav, and you don't even need it to be a number. It's literally like maybe a bit more like the suggestion that I had was like maybe make it a bit more like the rogues. So you kill a scav, and then all the scavs remember for 3 raids. When you're playing scav, something like that, and then they go back to normal. I think the issue with scav right now is that you can go to the rogue camp, you can kill rogues, and they don't remember for scav. You can go to other maps, you can kill a scav, and they don't remember. So the karma system is not really, like, it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really do anything. Yeah, free kit that would consist of a pistol, tiny bag, rig, few mags. Yeah, oh, why not? Like, I don't think that would hurt anyone, really. Like Dark and Darker. I think Dark and Darker wants something really cool there. Because then you just feel like you can at least start your run. And you can start your run as many times as you like on Dark and Darker. And you're never at 0, you're always at like 1. So you always start at 1, and you have a way of like bootstrapping your way up. And then if you have a really bad time, you run all the way back down to 0. Okay, well, I start from 1 again. You know? You have to remember that it's BSG of the vertical potential changes. How many bugs will it introduce? They should just ship it then. Don't make any more changes, just ship it. Yeah, I know you're joking there. You are right in some ways. You have a quest guide for guide for streets. I haven't made one. I think Jesse has a good one. Karma system does disincentivize being a bad scav. It does. But to the end, it makes pretty much like a lot of people just very passive. I don't know. I feel like there's a better way, but a middle ground, but I don't know what it is. I don't have all the answers. I really don't. I really don't have all the answers. I just have some ideas and thoughts, but I don't have the answers most of the time. I never pretend to have all the answers either. You know? But I like to think about these things for sure. Right, we're gonna go. Today's session was a lot better than yesterday's, thank God. I don't think I could have taken another session like yesterday. That was horrible. Oh my word. Yeah, the question of what scavving should be about, exactly. And I don't know the answer to that question. That's the step back that everybody should take when they're thinking about these discussions. What do we actually want scav to be? What do we want the playstyle to be? What do we want them to actually do? First and foremost for me, scav is social security for new players who have nothing. That's the first thing. So it should definitely be that. If nothing else, it should definitely be that. After that, what do we want? Do we want scavs to go off PMCs? Do we want it to be an easy way to get task items? Do we want it to be an easy way to raid without having to like stress like PMC? These things are all valid. What do we actually want though? I don't really know. Make the game easier and more playable. Yeah, possibly, yeah. Possibly. Depends on what we want. This is the thing. Environmental opposition, for sure. And it not just be AI. You know, player scavs do add some flavour to the game. Because they're real players. Which is good. That's a good thing. But yeah, we just need to decide that, like, before we, you know, go crazy with all these suggestions or whatever. Scav its headset off, PMC's headset on. That's basically it. Don't like the risk-free. I know. I hear you. But yeah, does it matter? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go and see John B. He's doing some Tarkov stuff, and there's a crazy animation going on in Interchange. So I will be back. Actually, I don't think I'm back tomorrow night. I think I'm looking after the kids tomorrow. So I should be back on Thursday afternoon, actually. So yeah, I will see you all soon. Enjoy the rest of your... God, what day is it? When's Tuesday? Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. God. And I'll catch you all later. Ciao, ciao!